of a lot of your senators, especially in the Michigan area, have gotten a little a little irate, telling my God, I love it, telling Canada to essentially, you know, get your fire under control because we can't breathe down here. Oh my God, this is turned into this has turned into a really bad fight. Not no. It's not even a fight. It's not even a fight. Cuz here's the thing. You know, it's it's like one neighbor telling the other neighbor, "Hey, you're playing your music too damn loud. Can you turn it down a little bit?" And if you were a good neighbor, you'd be like, "Yeah, sure, man. Sorry about that. I'll turn it down." But no, not Canada. And I'll tell you why, because now that we got Tom here, how's it going, dude? And Jason, nice to see you in the chat, man. Okay, I had Tom here, and then he just disappeared. Okay.
Probably doesn't want to get arrested.
No, he does want to get arrested. I don't want to make too much smoke. I can't smell the marijuana in the air anymore. What the hell? I'm sorry, we're not blowing it the right way.
Let's hope that works. Let's hope that
Okay,
works.
and now we have, for a second time, Tom.
Hi! Hi! Does it
Hi.
work? Okay,
I
good, good,
wish.
good. It works. Fuck, darn it, I had to sign up to Restream again and log in, and then my stupid
Really?
microphone, the chip inside where it plugs in, the plug, I think the connections are lost, so I gotta get it repaired to get resoldered again because it's
Yeah.
very. That's why once if you just move that cord, it comes disconnected and then it doesn't show on this thing anymore. So yeah, I gotta get this microphone fixed. It's like so but I'm
Yeah.
actually gonna, if I jump in and out of the room, I'm talking with Jay. I know it's Jay. Jason, sorry about that. I had one last ending. I had to send him again. It's like, oh wait, I forgot something else in the credits. Oh crap. So I've been like working my butt off here. So, but I added one last one. I swear that's the last one, Jay. I swear that's the last one. That's the end of the credits. I just sent it about 10 minutes ago. So I had to resend one more. It's like I forgot to add one part to the credits. Like, okay, there. Now we're done. Now we're done. So that's done. I'm done on my end. That
Nice.
man is a hard worker. He's doing an amazing job for me. So,
Sweet. Because we were just talking about him and you.
Oh well, there you
So,
go.
oh yeah, yeah. Max, yes, yes, I am throwing it around. Very much so. So, so, so anyway, yes. So America's complaining because Ontario, or much
Oh
less the
gosh.
federal government, is not getting their shit in gear and putting out these forest fires. And and I get it, because the boreal forest is like, I think it's like the second biggest forest in the world, or at least third. Next to the entire forest of, you know, I was almost going to say the Soviet Union, but I'm living in the 80s still. Russia and the Amazon, right? So, the boreal forest is huge. It's humongous.
Thanks, Jace.
So, and you bastard, I just added it to my drive. Now I need to go back. Oh
That's the part
man.
about filmmaking. It's like, there's so much work to do it, but I'm very meticulous. Like,
You
well, I can
are.
give this part out as his wife has been added to it. She helped in a little part, so I'm gonna add her to the credits. Hell yeah. She's, and then of course he was already there, but I added another one, part two. So I wanted everything fine tuned. I had to double check the link at the end. I'm glad I did. It didn't exist anymore. I was like, links change on the internet. So I'm like, ah, crap.
Oh.
So I had to rechange the link, and then I realized I gotta add one more part to it just to paste it right. Okay, boom. So it's like it's done. Yeah. So
Nice.
he's been awesome. He did a great job on. I like the look he did. He actually made it more cinematic, and some of the things. And he gave me a suggestion because it was kind of jarring. One of the effects. I like what he did. So it's like, bam, there you go. Okay, good. So
Nice.
yeah, see, that's the thing is being able. By the way, I hope it's okay. I'm restreaming to mine. Is that okay?
No.
I'm doing it anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. Fine. No, I don't care. Go ahead.
Okay.
You
No, I just wanted to double
restream
check
it on
them, but,
yours.
Yeah, it's just by the
It'll-
way, there's 2 people on X, and we got more here. Okay, that's good.
It
that's
will
good.
make it. It will add an interesting dynamic to your channel.
Oh, and speaking of, I got some films. Some I mixed some sci-fi and where we couldn't do that other thing. I was like, okay,
Right.
let's find something funny and stuff instead. And then they're all free to play ones. I double checked. I was like,
Sweet.
ooh, okay, so okay, I got a list of some. I'll tell you about them later. So,
Mm.
you know, I make sure I get
Yummy.
covered on that. If I'm going to be a
Sweet.
producer, I'm going to do my job right. So, you know.
That's right. I will snap you into gear like.
Yeah. Well, no, it's more learning,
Like-
you know.
Oh, and Jason, stick around because you're going to see the premiere of a video that I just finished up yesterday. I sent it to you anyway, but you know what? I'm gonna show it. So
And if I
again,
have to pop in and out, I'm talking to him for a sec, so he'll probably get me over in the other place. The
No, that's
StreamYard and
fine.
Talking show, yeah, he's been amazing, and I mean that, Jay. I'm not kissing ass or nothing. He's been awesome. So I can't wait till we can work on a full length film. This is what it's like being creative. Like, oh wait, no, let's try that. Oh, let's try this. You know, so
exactly, dude. Like I said, Jason, I love it when you're sending samples of my work, even though death metal is not exactly my thing, and I kind of almost called it accidentally death metal because, you know, hard of hearing at my old age. But-
I kind of.
But no, man, I dig it. I dig it. Yeah, exactly. No, I dig it, dude. I do. So, so what was I getting at anyway? Oh yeah, the boreal forest. So
Well, wait. Didn't these
So-
fires start in Michigan? So technically, they started in the States, didn't they?
no, apparently they started like in northern Ontario.
Oh, wow. Somebody told me this. One of the fires started in the States and moved up to Canada. So, I don't know. Conflicting reports.
No, see, because then they'd be stopped at Border Patrol, and they'd have to show ID, and you know what it's like. So, yeah. Getting. No, wait, no, you could be right because Canada lets anybody in. So
Yeah, I know.
yeah, right. Getting into the States is actually harder. So silly me. No, but apparently this was Northern Ontario where it started. So yeah, senators are complaining down in the States, and then Canada's like, well, I should say liberals in Canada are like, you know, how dare they complain about what's going on here in Canada? You know, a few years ago with the wildfires going on in California, we sent our water bombers and stuff like that to help out. And they're complaining. It's like, you idiots. You spent like well over a year bashing Trump, bashing America, saying elbows up. I'm going to buy nothing American. I'm going to buy everything Canadian. You know, let's take the U.S. liquor off the shelves. Let's not buy any of their produce or any of their food that comes up from America. Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to spend only Canadian, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, and now you're whining that they're not wanting to help us?
No.
Are you retarded?
Let me give some point. Now, I agree with you on that. It says I'm sick and tired of our push. We should be pushing to keep them as trade partners. They should be our number one trade partner.
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
For the fact that, Carl, we can do without. No, you can't. They're our neighbor. They've always been our number one trade partner. They need to remain our number one trade partner. That's a fact. No offense, Orange Man with his tariffs get a little bit too much too. He does, and I don't even hate the guy. I think he does some great jobs. But when it comes to his tariffs, he kind of overdoes it a little bit. Like, dude, stop. But
Yeah.
then, what I've heard, he just did something amazing. I don't know how real this is. My American friends can tell me. Did he actually say we're trying to get rid of property tax completely after you own your house?
Actually, yes, because I believe Dark Helmet. If you're still in the chat, if you can confirm that, or Max, Maximum Redstone. If you're still
He
in the
does
chat, or
that.
any of you guys, yes, then please confirm that with us.
Because if that's true,
So-
oh my gosh, that's one of the best things the planet ever. That's amazing if it's true. Like there, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, yeah.
wow. Like the word. Hopefully, our government would, even though they're idiot. You know. That, well, wait, I can't say anything about it. Or no, wait. What's the C9 bill about? Is it about religion or is it about?
It's about hate speech, but it's going to be used against religion anyway, and
Oh
like,
yeah,
you know,
it is
conservative
totally.
Christians and stuff like that.
Our
Yeah.
country is idiots sometimes. The Bill
Yeah.
C9 shouldn't exist, along with the other bills. But anyway,
Wait,
yeah,
wait.
so-
Sometimes.
I'm trying
No.
to be nice so they don't sue me. But no, now, like I said, I mean, both sides are a little bit tedious in this. Like
Yes.
last year, people don't realize there was. Do you know there's 200 Canadian firefighters down the states fighting American fires right now?
Yes.
That's a fact. It's about 200. So we have Canadian guys down there, and one of them actually passed away. It was a pilot. He died fighting the fires. So a Canadian gave his life to help American. So
Yep.
I believe just the proper thing should do is just help your neighbor. Screw what their governments are saying. Help the people. The people are the ones you want to help. So I
Well,
believe
no,
they should
exactly.
you know,
I agree
because
with you on
we've our guys would go over without question. Like, no, we don't care about this politics. We're going to help other people because Americans are our neighbors. I have some good friends in there that are state, so I believe they should be able to at least help. That's something. You know, it's people's lives at stake here, and people's houses and livelihoods, and it's just I'm sorry, but we don't control the way the forest and the smoke goes. It's not our fault. You know, it's just it's.
No, this is true. This is true. So,
It's like we're not sitting there push it into the states. No, it's not the way it works. That's why I'm tired of the people complaining about it. It's gonna happen. It just I'm sorry. No, stop that. You're just being idiots. Then that's the liberals on one side and on the other side, and you know just in general, liberals are idiots. But yeah, no, it's just you know it's just dumb. Yeah.
unless it's all the way pushing towards New York, because they wouldn't really notice it anyway. So,
We smell like
If-
curry.
if-
What are you talking about?
if you can make, you know, if you can make New York look like a retirement home on Venus, that'd be great. So,
Well, didn't they?
that'd be-
There was another
that'd be
fire
awesome.
down there. There actually was another
Yeah.
church fire there. Just I think this week, actually, another church bombing. 2 churches actually bombing in New York.
yes, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
Jason,
there's something going
Mike.
on.
Mike, look at face. Oh, I'm assuming you're talking about Facebook, Jason. So,
Yeah. No, hold on. I'm gonna give you this link. Give me a sec here. Ow, my hand. Why is that sharing?
is
I-
Jason
ever since I
hinting that
used,
I should be
whatchamacallit.
sharing something?
Oh yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna get it. Damn it. See, ever since I used Brave, I block JavaScript and everything because I don't want anything to do with my thing. So I have to reactivate it with certain stuff.
Yeah,
It's like, I gotta reactivate it everywhere.
right.
So, let's see.
I know it's a bit of a pain in the ass,
Yeah.
isn't it? Okay, Padawannabe. If they're going to take our property, hold on, I'm going to bring this up on the screen. Okay, Padawannabe says if they are going to take our property after we pass anyway, what are we paying for exactly? To rent our land that the house we bought is on. Some people buy the plot first, but you know it's just words.
What's that?
Exactly.
Yeah, could you share that? I'll
No,
give it to
because
you to share.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, because if they're going to be like totally doing away with the income tax, you know, or property tax thing, then yeah, you
That's
know,
amazing. I was like, yeah. No,
Just
Bill,
had-
I haven't seen about that, so I didn't see about that. I've been so busy with my film, the whole world just doesn't exist while I'm working on this. Yeah, if
Yeah.
you could share that to the room, I shared it to you in private chat.
Yes. Okay. Yes, because I did want to thank you, because I totally did want to bring this up for Jason. Yeah, Jason, dude. Hey, no prob. I will 100% bring this
His
up.
dad's cool, man. I mean, he's a really
It's all
cool
good,
guy.
bro.
So, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So let me bring this down, and I'm gonna bring this up. And let me get the link ready for
But
everybody
yeah,
up there
people
because I'm
complaining
going
about the
to.
smoke and can't like that guy. Like, please stop. It's not like we're doing this on purpose. People are dying. Houses are being lost. You could have some sympathy, on both sides. Like, screw the governments on both sides. How about we have sympathy for human lives? That's what counts, in my opinion. It's like just people stop.
I know. Just
We're all
give it
human.
a
We're
rest,
all on
dude.
this planet together.
So okay, so I'm gonna be doing this. Yeah, this is for Jason. So Jason Fox, who's an awesome friend of the channel and a good bro and a really good friend. And sure, we poke fun at him because he likes Christopher Nolan and Rebel Moon and stuff like that. But it doesn't matter
Wait, you mean
because
Zack Snyder, don't you? Or do you mean Zack Snyder?
oh, I meant Zack Snyder. Yes, that's right.
But so do
Christopher
I. So
Nolan was
there,
a
yeah,
close second.
I'm with him
So-
on that.
No. Listen, okay. There's a link in the chat. Whether
And I
you have
also
to
like
here.
Rebel Moon, so bite me. I haven't watched the long version yet. He said he'll try to get me the those discs, and then I will watch it eventually. But I promised him I would. But
so Jason has a GoFundMe up right now. Okay. Because his dad really needs some help. And I shared it on X as well. And because his dad needs well, he's had a few heart attacks from my understanding. And well, with the way things are there where Jason is at, it's pretty tough. And so he needs a little bit of help getting some medical
he's
care.
about our age too, eh? So his dad.
I know.
I have a feeling we'd be best friends with this guy because it seems like he likes a lot of the same things we do. So,
Yeah, right?
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
So if you want to help a fellow old man out, no,
Yeah, we're all old.
oh my
One of our
God.
gens. So.
No, but if any of you guys can spread the link around, that'd be awesome. And if you can to help Jason out and help his dad out, get some medical care, where he lives all the way out in Europe. Because remember, we were talking about Europe earlier, about how it's becoming well, kind of like Canada in a way, how things are getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And
No,
so
Bill, no, I will not brave that piece of trash. Never. I'm not watching the Odyssey if you paid me. God, no. Mind you, some of the scenes, it was funny when, what's her name, is walking. They made fun of it because she looks like a crippled weirdo running in the scene. It's like,
oh God, yeah.
what?
But Jason's dad, he's been on this channel a couple of times whenever Jason has been on, and and for that I'm grateful. And so I only know him a little bit from the chat, but if any of you guys can go over and it doesn't have to be like hundreds of dollars, although that'd be awesome too if you
Yeah.
wanted to do that. Not that I'm stopping you. But hey, even if you can spare, maybe a couple of bucks here and there, to help somebody out, then that would be awesome. I'm really terrible when it comes to closing out these things because it always feels like I want to say, well, just help this guy out. And now we go on to the next thing. It's that's when I feel horrible. But no, if you can, the link is in the chat right there, and I will put it up there on the screen. And you know what? I will even share it on X as well. I just have to get into my X, and I will share it in the chat as well. So yeah, he's trying to raise some kroner. I believe that's the currency that's, I'm pretty sure if I remember, God, Jason, you know what? I feel like I'm butchering it, but anyway, if you can, then, you know, and you can give a little bit of something, then, you know, try to help out Jason's dad and to receive the medical care that he needs. So, there. I I tried my best to sound not as socially awkward as I already am.
By the way, let me give you some hints of some of the ones that are royalty free or whatever is that. Whatever you call it, public domain. Public domain.
Public domain, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Gamera versus Gurion. I don't know if you know that one. It's 1969. Gamera and the
Yes.
Invincible. Prince of Space. That's
Oh, I heard of that one.
and just for fun.
That is so cheesily bad, but it's
Well,
good.
that's the thing. I was going for totally cheesy and bad, and this one I actually had on my own hard drive long before. Santa and the Ice Cream Bunny.
Ooh.
It's so bad. It's just you're like,
Oh my
what
God.
the-
Okay, I want that. I want that for Christmas. You're gonna have to
Dude,
share that
show
one
it
with
in
me. Oh my God.
summer, or you can do it at Christmas. I'd say show it in summer to throw people off, but yes,
It's-
you can do it at Christmas as well.
It's the movie you could share at Christmas or Easter.
Or summer, just because it makes actually it kind
I
of
suppose,
connects
yeah.
with. Santa gets caught in Florida on the beach, so that's just a little tip. It's like what? What's going on? Why is Santa on a beach in Florida? And what's going on? And it's so badly done. It's just such a bad film.
That's what makes me love it even more.
I know.
Pet Wannabe. Whoa, your favorite actor, John Stamos. Did we just become best friends? Yes, we did. Invincible, like right-wing parties are winning more and more elections in Europe. Looks like the normies have finally had enough. Yeah, exactly. I'm glad.
Oh, I got a video of Tommy
glad.
Robinson. Some people were attacking, and he's starting getting ticked. Like Tommy's getting, like, you know, like yeah, they pushed them too far. And you know what's funny? In this video, they showed this video. I'm going to say this: the police were escorting the Muslim group to the group of locals, and the Muslims started throwing rocks. The police didn't do anything. There's
Nope.
something going on that their police are being paid off by the government to allow chaos.
Oh,
That's
1,000%.
There's no other thing. They want people dissension. They want people to fight. Otherwise they would have stopped that immediately. They wouldn't even have. They known what would have happened there.
They
So somebody's
they
making
get
payments.
off. They get off on conflict, is what it
Oh
is.
yeah, 100%. And it's like your country needs to be overturned. Time for the people to fight back. You know, because no, that government needs to be totally wiped out, and you need an actual government that cares about the people born and raised there. You know, and sure, if you're a foreigner there legally and you're willing to assimilate,
Yeah.
fine. The majority of them aren't there legally. They're on a boat and they're there illegally, and they want to push get the hell out. You know,
Yep.
like there was the grooming gangs. There was 200 and some odd. Was it 200 and some odd thousand girls that were attacked in those grooming
Yes.
gangs? We're not going to
Yes.
say the word, but yeah, it's pretty sick. But that country wants to allow them to stay. No, your country. That's purposely. They're being paid. There's some agenda going on, and we got to be. You can't be stupid to realize that. Anyway, sorry.
Oh, hell yeah. No, I agree with you. Bill, Popeye, Mickey Mouse, Winnie the Pooh are public domain too. Yes, they are. Jason, thanks, man. Been having a hard time trying to do my best to help them get there closer to us, family and hospitals and stuff like that. No, dude, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna say this too, man. Same thing on my end as well. With my mom and dad as well. I know exactly what you're going through, seriously, because I've been trying to get my mom and dad to move out west as well.
They
and-
won't they?
Well, like years ago, they were thinking about it, but now where dad is like 86, and over the past couple of years, you know, obviously he's getting older, especially when you're
No,
in your
exactly.
80s, obviously. He was like, hey, if God wants us to move out there, then yeah, then we'll do it. But now it's kind of too late because, he every movement, like my mom said, told me a couple of days ago, pretty much every movement is like painful because of the arthritis that he has. And he's essentially too old to move now.
Yeah.
You know, it's essentially too late.
Yeah.
So, and because for quite a few years I've been just trying to encourage him. Look, sell your place, get top dollar, and just move out here. You know, just get a condo, you know, or
Yeah.
whatever. And at least the healthcare at least is better here than it is in New Brunswick.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you, when my dad went back in the hospital, he was literally an emergency for over 48 hours before he got a room. Over 48 hours waiting in emergency.
No, doesn't surprise me. New Brunswick is such a back ass.
It
Excuse
is.
my language, but it is. We're back ass
It is.
down here, and it's disgusting. And it's like,
So Jason, I like I said before, it's it's just not just words I'm throwing out there. I know exactly, what you're feeling, man. I do. I honestly do. I know exactly. You you want to take care of them just as much as they took care of you when you were a kid, when you were small. And it's like you want to repay the favor, so to speak. You know what I mean? And you want to repay that love and kindness that they shared to you when you were a kid. You want to take care of them. So it's just the way it is. So not fuel out of humans, food. Yeah, I need some human fuel, says Vince. Go and feed your soul. So, but anywho, yeah. So earlier today, Thomas, we were also commenting on now that we have Bill C9 and Bill C22 in action.
well, C9 is official as of today. The other one is
Yes.
still, yeah, but that's as of today. It's now.
Oh, it'll be
officially
rammed
law.
through. It'll be rammed through. You know
Yeah,
it
yeah,
will.
yeah.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts?
Well, you know my thoughts. I think it's bullshit. Excuse my language. It is. It's bullshit. And just what I wonder what we just talked about. Actually, I talked about the UK and how they're trying to take over. I think I could be put in jail for that. Actually, just saying that. I think maybe.
Oh yeah, totally.
But it's true. I'm sorry. There's a bigger thing going on in our world. There's an evil going on in our world that governments are allowing this stuff to happen. No, it shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, because that was kind of brought up earlier. It's like, what was it, Padawannabe that said, like, didn't you guys just have like the Freedom Convoy thing like not too long ago about kind of protesting about all this kind of stuff and whatnot? It's like, yeah, we did,
Yeah, but didn't they?
but
They
it
had
doesn't
the
mean
free-
anything
That
anymore.
was Chris. Whatchamacallit, and I forget the girl's name, but yeah, they froze
Yeah.
their bank accounts. They put them in jail. I think they're out now, if I'm not mistaken. But
Tamara Lynch is, and the other guy, Bill. Oh God, I'm
I
trying
thought
to
his name
remember
was
his name.
Chris, or was it?
Or something like that. I'm trying to remember. But apparently, yeah, he's going back to court. They're gonna make sure he hangs, literally. Well, not literally, but you know what I mean. So they're gonna make sure his ass is in court in jail. So he's the one they're gonna set the example of. So, which is so wrong, obviously. You know. But yeah,
Crap.
it's careful if you look it up, you might get a knock on the door by CSIS.
No, I gotta go back and do something again. Crap! I just realized. So I'm gonna stay with you. I can edit and talk on the show. Watch
Oh,
my talents. I'm good.
Goody.
I knew I forgot to do something. Sorry, Jace, if you're in the room. Yeah, then we can communicate this way. Crap.
Jason, he's mine now. So you're gonna have to wait your turn.
No, I know what I gotta do. I got because I had to do end credits, but they're too large. I know why. But yeah, no, it's disgusting. It's pathetic. Our friggin' country sellout chick. Friggin'
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no,
Oh,
I know,
I see
I know.
why. I see why. I see why. I see why. I forgot to do that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's yeah, we because like what I was mentioning before, we are pretty much literally a banana republic. So at this point, so we don't have freedom of speech. We don't have what what America has. We don't have those essential
No, we don't.
safety guidelines, basically, or not guidelines. I don't want to call them guidelines, but what
We've
America
fallen.
boasts of having. That
We've fallen at the wayside. Our country's fallen at the wayside.
yes, yes. So, what do you think? See, now that this has been rammed through, right?
Hmm.
Uh, what do you think's gonna happen next? So,
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm kind of scared, actually, to be honest with you.
yeah,
Like seriously, where's our country going? What has happened? We were once considered the great peacekeepers. People loved our country at one point. People would praise Canada, like, "Hey, you guys are the awesome," and Americans are like, "You're our awesome neighbors to the north." You know, now we're just a joke to the rest of the world, and it's sad.
yeah. We used to be great neighbors,
Yeah,
you know,
you know, and
and no, go ahead.
no, no, no. Continue, continue.
Yeah, yeah, essentially we used to be really good neighbors. You know, we had no problems with with anybody like from the states coming up here for vacation and vice versa. You know, I mean look at it this way. I mean, before 9/11, obviously, bad day. We used to be able to just cross the border, no problem. Didn't have to you know, have a passport. We could just tell the border agent, oh, hey, what's going on? Why are you coming over today? Well, we're just going to, I don't know, like get some groceries or get some gas or whatever, right? And nobody said boo. And now everything is about suspicion and finger pointing, and it's like, oh well, we don't like the way you're doing things, so therefore I have to bitch about it on social media and blah blah blah. And it's it's I'm just gonna say this. We, Canada, has become the bad neighbor.
Yeah, yeah, you know, and it's not
We
the
are.
people. I mean,
No,
well, some of our people are idiots, but it's the bloody ridiculousness of just. I don't know. I don't know. We lost the plot. We really have lost
we
the
did.
plot.
Yeah, like I said, you heard me. This coming from a Canadian. We have become the bad neighbor. So, and you know what? I'm not going to apologize on behalf of Canada. I'm not, because you know what? It's not for me to do. It's not, because I imagine, just like Tom, we still believe in just being civil to
Yeah.
one another.
I'm
And
still going to say this, and I know you don't agree. I'm still a proud Canadian. I am. I just hate our government. I despise them. They're idiots. They have ruined our country. They have made us a laughing stock of the rest of the world. It's an embarrassment now.
I will acknowledge being Canadian. let's let's put it that way. I'll acknowledge being Canadian. Am I a proud Canadian at this point? No, no. Well, maybe I should rephrase that. No, you know what? No, I'm not proud. I'm not proud of being a part of a country where irrationality of a bunch of morons is essentially, making us all look like pieces of shit. You know, that's that's the thing.
Do that all on their own.
Just because you know, a few choose to, I don't know, capitulate to this retarded way of thinking that, oh, I don't like your form of government, therefore your entire country is, an evil dictator empire.
Yeah.
It's like, well, bitch, take a look at what your own government is doing and just face the facts and don't make it sound like that everything is, a-okay and, and rosy and, and super fine, because it's not. It's really not. You know, it's denial at its finest. When you're constantly pointing the finger at somebody else, but you can't look and see at, the shit that you're spewing. So, and other people just can't help but blame other people when they're causing their own misery. So, let them. Sometimes you can't help it, but that's okay. Um, Come out, Tom. No, 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 Jason. Tom is mine now.
Nope,
So,
I've actually got. I had to rework the credits a little bit here. I'm doing
okay.
it right now. I had to re-edit it. It's hard to talk and do that at the same time. I get so zonked out when I work. It's like,
Oh, dude, tell me about it. And proud of wannabe, you got to take a job. See you later. Not a problem, dude. It's all good. Come back later and check out the rest of the show or something like that. So, let's see. And Bill says, "Oh, did you hear? Ofcom in the UK
oh
are
crap.
trying to sue 4chan. 4chan isn't even in the UK. Really? Yeah. I'm assuming 4chan is in the United States. I mean, like pretty much almost every website on the internet is almost in the States. Yeah, good luck with that.
Oh
So,
wait.
and he also says, you're not alone. We don't like our government too. No, exactly. I've been seeing this weird trend for, I don't know, I'm going to say maybe lately, for maybe a little over 5 years, probably, that
Perfect.
the more, the more, I don't want to say fascist, but for all intents and purposes, let's just say fascist, a lot of these European countries have become, the pushback from the people are just amazing. Because I mean, was it a few years ago, maybe 3 years ago or something like that? I think at this point, Italy voted out their retard government and got basically a conservative government in there. They're a lot more happier. I mean, England with Brexit, but then again, the Labour Party fucked everything over there
What did you?
recently. I think it was the Labour Party.
Whatchamacallit just got put out. Here, I'm still working at the. What's that guy's name again? Out of the UK, he just got outed. He was
Yeah.
let go. Did
Yeah.
you hear them giving him a round of applause? This guy
For
really-
what?
Yeah, and like Stalm or whatever his name. Yeah, they were applauding him. What is your bro? This guy's a piece of trash. What
What?
the hell are you applauding this loser for? But,
What?
oh, yay! Like he killed your country, yay! No, but that's why I'm saying there's something bigger going on in that country.
Oh no, there
all
totally
part-
is.
There's something huge going on, and
There is.
it's the world. The people need to. There has. To, I'm gonna say I don't care. Civil war needs to happen because people need to take back our world. There's too many powerful people that are trying to kill us and take us over. No, it's time for bigger things to happen.
It's
So.
true. No, you're totally right. Here's okay, and then, you know what? In a weird kind of way, I'm gonna get a little bit into that because I think this all is tying into something
There,
a
Jace,
lot
I just sent
larger
it. So-
that a lot of people aren't seeing.
Hopefully that's fixed. So yeah.
And this is going to be the scary thing about what I'm going to bring up here in a second. I'm just going to add.
Send it to my. There we go! Yay! I'm done! Yay! So hopefully that works this time. Let's make it. I'm trying to do a bunch of things at once, but hopefully that works. Let me make sure that's not restricted. Okay, anybody with the link? Okay, good. So
And the other thing is also on a Sunday, if anybody is so inclined, I have added The book of, oh God, I'm trying to remember. Um, Exodus, for the lineup of the, learn the whole Bible in 24 hours kind of thing, to the repertoire. So if you want to go ahead and check that out, because you know what, I realize I haven't exactly plugged that in a long time, and you know what, I really really should, because it's, like I said before, it's not the same, boring church ish kind of lessons. Okay, it's not the boring these and those and blah 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 blah. It's actually a bit of science behind the whole kind of thing. So you know what? Like I said before, check them out. You know, I know a lot of people kind of get bored with, the whole, well, I don't want to read it. It just, I don't understand it. This will make it a little bit more understandable to you, because there is a bit of science also that goes on behind it. So, and it's also the reason why this manga is being made, or why I'm trying to make it. So,
I will say this. Let me just say this.
Go for it.
One thing I'll say about the good parts of American black culture is the intelligent black community in the States. Their churches are amazing. Some of the services have some of the liveliest, amazing sermons. I'm like, wow. Have you ever seen them? Oh
Yes.
my gosh, they're amazing. Some like actual intelligent, religious, good black people. Their churches are like, wow, amazing. I got a lot of their sermons. Like, because I remember going to sermons as a kid. Like, this is so boring. What's going on? I'm falling asleep. But yeah, you couldn't fall asleep there. They're just singing. They're going. Oh wow, it's like, oh
Yeah.
yeah.
It's got soul, man.
It does. It's like
It
so
does.
good.
There's
Wow.
nothing like a black church. You enter it and it's just jamming, and it's like soulful music.
Everybody's talking and liking each other and communicating, and it's just, yeah, why don't we do that as a society nowadays? Everybody's behind a keyboard and hates everybody and claims you get these extreme leftist idiots like everything's about color. Oh, you're racist. Shut up, stop
Exactly.
it.
Exactly.
Stop. No.
No,
Slavery doesn't exist anymore, at least not in North America, so shut up.
slavery is worldwide. But anyway, okay. So listen, see, now we're 2 hours in, and you know what? I did promise that we were going to be showing like a little bit of a. I didn't even. You know what? I'm going to say worldwide premiere. Okay, I'm going to say that because you know what? We got Bill, we got Jason, and where's that flamingo guy that was from Spain? Because you know what? He was also in Spain, and of course Vince, that is also here. And you know what? Clifton. You know what, Clifton? I don't know if you're still in the chat, but he's over in Europe. We got like various people in America that's also watching. Max, over in Australia. I don't know if you're still here, and you know what?
Oh, Jason,
A
that's
lot of people.
The thing about being a. I'm sorry, I feel bad.
Exporting now for the, I don't know what time. My God, what are you two doing? Jeez.
Right? Well, it's
Okay.
like, oh, I need to fix this. I need to fix that. Like.
So like I said earlier before, okay, I finally finished this up yesterday. This trailer for the manga. Sure, maybe it has a little bit of issues here and there. It's not really as many as you might think, but a couple of guys like Tom pointed out a couple of things, and I'm going to write it off as haircuts. So, yeah, that's because both styles work just fine for the character. So anyway, so what I wanted to do, because I had a few guys check this out, like Jason, like Tom, like Brandon and Clifton over at their anime channel and stuff like that, because they're good friends as well. And so,
Oh, wait. Did you
yeah,
want to export it to me and I'll show it, or do you think you can do it here?
I think I might be able to do it here.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take down. I'm I'm gonna take this, and I'm
Turn
gonna
everything else off except for...
exactly. So I'm gonna take off the screen, and I'm gonna I'm gonna take off Tom. wait, I gotta take myself off as well. Okay, so to everybody out there, I suppose you can kind of say this is kind of like a little bit of a worldwide premiere of the trailer that I've been working on, for the manga that I wanted to develop. And I months ago I showed you a little bit of a snippet and a bit of the song that was going on, and so I changed a few things in this trailer. So a little bit nervous about showing it, but it's done, and I got it done yesterday. And I also added subtitles, so you can kind of know what is being said in in Japanese. So, like I said again, earlier in the show, I'm gonna post this on Facebook. I'm gonna post this on X, and for everybody that's in the chat, if 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 you can share it a lot on social media, like hey, there's this guy, he's in Canada, his province might leave Canada, become its own country, and he's creating a manga, and and we're having fun on his channel, kind of thing. And here's a trailer for his manga that he made. Whatever, you word it the way that you want to. But I would greatly appreciate it to, again, make this channel grow, and because we're getting closer to 2,000, and because, like I said before, I'd like to include all of you into the whole character creating and just having fun doing this. And so anyway, I'm gonna stop talking, and I'm gonna share this, and I hope you like it. And yeah. So anyway, without further ado, I present Alberta Stallard, the Nephilim Hunter, manga trailer. Worldwide reveal. Enjoy.
夜の波が声を消しても胸の奥で明かりは消えない。震える手でも握るその勇気、小さな祈り道を照らす。見えない影が近づいても一つの光「信じる心胸に抱いて」「
Well, there you go. So,
I'm gonna say this right now. After you're done the manga,
yeah,
say it becomes an anime.
yeah.
You got to create a video game. I want to play her. She could be the next. Somebody said Laura Croft, but even before I read Laura Croft, I'm thinking she could be like Laura. You could have another female video game hero in there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bill said, liking the Lara Croft gun holsters placement, dual wielding guns, very Lara Croft. Lara Croft, not Laura Croft, Lara Croft. So, I keep on forgetting that.
Vince, if you're listening, you can probably have separate skins so she can have many different outfits.
Yes.
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Anyway, but
That's a possibility.
I would play her in a video game. That could be really cool. You could have like hunting the tombs for different things for each Nephilim, and then finding each one at the end of each level, and and damn, you could do so much with that.
Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot that's planned with this.
Yeah.
Because that's okay. This is the other reason why, believe it or not, that I put those Bible studies on YouTube, and they come up every Sunday. They're up there for members, right, for now, and then I make them public, each and every week on a Sunday midnight Alberta time, Republic of Alberta time, and so
Stop it.
no,
you
I will
have
keep
something.
on saying the Republic of Alberta.
Canada.
No, because
It is the villages. No.
here it is. Yes, right. I remember that commercial. I think he means the village. So, nothing. Here's the thing. How should I put it? Since I was a teenager, my head's always been stuck in Revelation, right? And wanting to know what's like, going to happen kind of like in the future of things to come, like it mentions in Revelation. But to get an understanding of Revelation, you have to know what's going on in the book of Daniel. And obviously a couple of other books because they're very prophetic, right? But also on top of that, if you want to go even obviously a little further back, you should kind of start from the beginning at Genesis, because there's some really freaky shit that's going on there, right? And again, excuse the language, but it's actually kind of serious. And especially when you get around the 6th chapter, because it has to do with stuff that you might read in comic books and like sci-fi movies and stuff like that. But you know what? In a weird sort of way, because there's a lot of stuff that's been coming out recently, and it's not just like the UFO kind of thing. Although that's an aspect of what's going to be explored in this manga that's being created, essentially, right?
Well, actually, isn't there a government? Sorry, just going off the
Yeah.
alien thing, isn't it? What's it called again? Blue something?
Project Blue. What, Project Blue Book?
Yeah, I think so. They want to basically expose aliens, and they said they're going to do that in the next year, if not sooner. So.
Oh yeah. Because it's a very interesting thing that's going on. See, because here's the thing, because in the Bible it does say, like, in the in the end of days, knowledge will be increased, right? Like far and beyond, right? And we kind of don't think about it unless somehow you're reminded of it. And I don't want to say it only applies to people, because has anybody really noticed, like, over the past few years, how a lot of animals, like dogs, maybe even cats, birds, have been doing some pretty intelligent things lately? And just the finding out of certain things, like in the world, that we thought that nobody even talked about, like even 50 years ago. Like, let's put it this way: some of you people in the chat, yeah, Project Bluebeam. That's another one, Bill. That's been talked about for the past couple of years. Here's the thing, and there was one YouTube channel that usually I'll go to that I will
No,
go to
Bill. Sorry,
actually.
just one sec. Bill.
Oh
He
yeah,
created
yeah,
the
yeah,
song. You created the song. That's your song. So
yeah, 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 yeah. No, totally. Yes, no, it's 100% totally 100% mine. So
yeah.
the song, the lyrics, yeah, mine. Here's the thing. If a lot of you people out there,
Can I get in here?
look at some of the crypto kind of stuff that's out there, and or maybe even aliens and stuff like that. Or even if you watch some of those things like on TV, like say on the History Channel or something like that. Like what was it? What was it? The Mystery of Skinwalker Ranch. Like they've had in I think it was like the History Channel, something like that. Like all these kind of really weird things are coming out, and there are things even on YouTube, like even now they're saying that what was it? There was a U.S. Navy admiral like years ago that what was it? This talk about Antarctica, like secret things going on in Antarctica and stuff like that, right? There's some really weird stuff going on, and it's not really being talked about mainstream ish,
Yeah.
but it's being addressed now. And I'm not talking about the Earth is flat. I don't go for that kind of bull crap. Okay, the Earth is not flat.
Intelligence can tell you that one. That
Oh
yeah.
God, tell me about it, right? I don't fall into that category whatsoever, please. You know, uh I mean that's just scientific fact.
Yeah.
Jeez. But there's a lot of things that are being revealed. In that sense of the word, knowledge is being increased, right? It's stuff that hasn't been talked about for like 50 years that is being talked about or just found out about now. And it's it's very interesting. All this stuff is very interesting stuff, I find. And I think everything is linked one way or
Well,
another.
people have been trying to hide facts and things for over the years, but I believe, like, first off, I'll just break down some things. Back in was it 1950? There was a gentleman who supposedly discovered a cure for cancer. He ended up
Yeah.
having to move to Mexico because America were trying to thing, and never seen the light of day. There was
No,
supposedly in
never did.
Calgary actually many years ago. I think it was in the 90s. They supposedly found cures for cancer. That went missing. It's like so many things. What about the Dead Sea Scrolls? They were buried away. Nobody ever said. What did they have to say about that? Like,
Exactly.
there's information out there that's hidden away from humankind, which it should be forced on him. But it's
Yep.
yeah, no.
Yeah, Project Bluebeam is apparently a fake alien invasion. Exactly. There's missing. Yes, exactly, Bill. And there's missing scientists as well. You know,
Um,
like
there's
like
they've said
there-
that free energy.
there's
does
so many
exist.
things.
Notice Tesla went
Yes.
missing. Didn't he? Like Tesla's way of free energy does exist. People have tried to recreate it, and it's been successful, but it never sees the light of day. Why? Oil companies.
exactly, exactly.
So
You know, it is. Because there's a guy on YouTube. Um, you might, if you're inclined to, you might want to look it up. You might not. I don't know. It's obviously I'm not gonna push you to look, and I mean you in the general sense, obviously. But there is a guy on YouTube, L.A. Marzulli, and if you're into this kind of stuff, but you obviously don't think that all the ufologists or whatever they call themselves, completely have it on point. You might want to check this guy out because he's actually done a lot of this research, but how it pertains to the Bible,
now
basically.
I've been watching recently, like solar energy, blah blah. I want to go solar if I build my house. Do you know that? And they don't talk about it, but the Amish,
Yeah.
they have such an amazing use of solar. They only need one solar panel, can pretty much. They have a system that they've developed that is amazing, but it doesn't see the light of day because people don't see it. The Amish have discovered ways to harness the solar, and yeah, they use solar power because they still need refrigeration. Yes, they have some electricity, but
Yeah.
they've been able to do it in such a way they can heat a house with a system that's so much more efficient. They're so efficient, but it doesn't get seen the light of day because
No, it doesn't.
Cities want to see that.
Yep. It's the way it is. So this is what the whole comic has been about, what the whole manga's been about. It's it's more than just conspiracy theories. It has to do with well, essentially what the Bible says, and about how these Nephilim and giants, and even cryptids, and going as far as even saying, yeah, aliens, supposed aliens. And what does this have to do with society and what's going to happen? And with a lot of things that are going to be going on in the world, because there are going to be a lot of things that are going to be going on in the world, right? And everything is on this channel is kind of, in a weird sort of kind of way, linked together, right? The Bible videos that I put on there, and even weirdly enough, some of the stuff that we talk about, like on Titillating Tuesdays, because what we're talking about, like right now, with Bill C9 and controlling speech and stuff like that. See, all this has to do with even the entertainment industry, about programming the masses to think a certain way, and trying to dictate and, how should I put it, steer society in such a way to make people think certain ways, right? I mean, let's put it this way: how many times have well, okay, prime example, because it's been mentioned on this channel already and during this show, the Odyssey. Look, you got Ellen Page on there that obviously is not is not of Greek stature whatsoever. Helen of Troy certainly was not black.
Nope.
And like I said earlier, before you showed up, Tom, I've seen some of these clips that are showing up on X, and like, oh my God.
There's one
This
clip
is-
of Ellen,
this is
whatever,
bad.
running. And
Yeah.
the way their arms are moving, it's the most hilarious, dumbest thing I've ever seen. It's
It
like, what the heck?
is. It
Like,
is.
like, no, that's not so manly. What the
No.
frick is going on there? Like,
But it's all of this on this channel, it all in a weird kind of way comes together. All of it. Because it's what they try to push on everybody, in a society that wants you to be programmed and just follow, just willy-nilly. It's rather surreal, all of it.
now,
You know, go for
my
it. Yeah.
opinion.
Yes.
I'm gonna give it. People can laugh at me, but I've always believed, because I know I've experienced it when I was a kid. I do believe there's higher life forms in our universe, because our universe is too vast for us to be the only living beings. I'm sorry that people might not agree with me, but I do believe there is, and I believe there actually has existed on Earth and elsewhere. I really do. But I believe that just they're probably looking at our world and like, God, you people are idiots. Your society should be helping each other and feeding each other, but instead you're just greedily, and that's why you're not going to see them, because they're like, That's the Earth is full of morons and greedy bastards. You know, why would we want to even go near there? Because that we're not helping. Our society and our rich could easily help our planet and make us a good place to live. But it's like Earth is like hell right now. It's like hell because they just want human suffering, and they will. I'm sorry, but these billionaires and these governments could easily eradicate homelessness. Everybody should have a home, a literal home for their own. They'd be able to feed people. They'd be able to but none of it's happening because greedy is just, you know, it's we're at a low point of where we're not about looking after humanity anymore. We're not about looking after the kindness of humankind. It's about the elite few, and it's disgusting. And it's time for a big change in our world. So
It is. It is.
yeah.
So here's the thing. It's there is. You know what? I'm gonna have to agree with you on that. There is intelligent life in this universe, and we don't see it. We don't see it. And that is the scary thing. Lots of Bills in Canada, even Shatner. Damn right, Bill. you should move here. So, no, actually, no, you shouldn't move here. Not now. Not yet.
What's his other film he has out, Bill? What other Tom Holland film has a movie coming out? What's his other one? I wonder now.
Spider-Man.
No, he said there's two. It's like, what's his other film?
And the Odyssey. He's in the Odyssey.
In that too, isn't he?
Yeah, he is in that. Yeah.
I didn't even know. Oh,
Same
sorry,
as
Tom. Poor
yeah,
Tom.
same as his new wife Zendaya, and she plays oh god.
Oh yeah, I know. She's a character in it too and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not gonna down.
Like,
I don't hate her.
why?
I like some of her stuff. She's kind of cute, but more power to them. If they're happy, they're happy. But just whatever, you know. But yeah, that's a joke. Whoever, what's his name, made that? It's just a bunch of. It's not accurate. It's just a fantasy film. Whatever.
Yeah.
If the leftists want to have their own film, there they got it. Go have it. Enjoy. Go enjoy. Leave us alone.
Thank you
Enjoy.
for insulting the entire country of Greece.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the Greeks are not too happy about it, but
No. God, no. Oh, God. I would not want to be in his shoes. Anyway.
there was black people everywhere. Just like I'm sorry, I'm gonna defend. There's something about America. I'm tired of the thing of blacks made America. No, they didn't. No, they
No,
didn't.
you didn't.
No. Sorry, it was white.
Did you come over in
supremacy.
ships?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, actually, they did technically come over in ships, but but they, but that's a different story.
Oh my God. Yes, you're right.
But,
Oh, I totally missed that. I totally missed that.
But they were sent over in ships by other blacks, but and actually Europeans and other whites. Well, there was black civil army things too. Was it the Buffalo Soldiers? There was a group of black soldiers in the Civil War. So there was black soldiers. Yeah, the Buffalo Soldiers actually quite well spoke of, amazing soldiers. But Civil War was also whites defending for black rights. The North versus the South. And guess what? Whites helped alleviate and get rid of slavery. Europeans, whites, got rid of slavery, but it still exists in black countries to this day. Funny how that happened.
Yeah, it is funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, those silly people! I'm telling you. God. Oh, you silly people. Yeah. So everything in a way, it just always comes together on this channel in a weird kind of way, and I apologize for none of it, basically, because I do kind of believe that it's directed in a sense, and it's out of my control. Some of it,
It's out of all our controls.
It is.
It's just, I don't know. I don't understand the elites. And heck, if the elite is listening, I don't care. Why is this I'll direct this to them. Why are you doing this? What has society done to you guys? You're rich. You have multiple homes. You don't ever have to suffer. Why make everybody else suffer? What do you get off from doing that? I don't understand the concept. I don't understand why you guys do that. Just how about make the world a better place? Make peace on this earth. Yes, I'm sorry, you're overpopulated. No, we're not. You could fit the entire planet right into the state. You can right in Los Angeles. You know, the entire population could fit there. So
Yep.
don't give me this BS of like blah 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 blah. You could easily make a better world and make it easier for people to live, you know, and everybody would have a fair shake and be taken care of for health and at least have a roof over their heads and not have to suffer. You can wipe out drugs addictions and other things and just it's just you could easily make the world a better place, but they want to just control everything. Like a guy like Bill Gates making
Well-
bad meat and all this stuff. Like why? I don't understand it. And I'm not a stupid guy. I'm an intelligent, fairly. Why? I don't understand. What's the megalomaniac, idealistic attitude of why do this? Like, just make a better world, a better planet.
Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. Because it goes so far back. It goes so unbelievably far back that it would almost make your head spin. But these people honestly think that they're on a mission from God.
Yeah.
Like, and not the same God as the Bible, let's put it that way. That they think they have this divine right to literally rule over this planet because they're promised, I don't know, like some sort of godhood of some sort. Their ego is so overinflated that they literally believe they will become like godlike.
Yeah.
And that's why you got this push for transhumanism to like maybe even more or less merge with machines and stuff like that. That they literally want to live forever. That's why most of them, even though it's not spoken of a lot lately, but life extension technology, right? Whether it's merging with a machine or doing it biologically. I mean, this is why like tons of people go missing every year, especially children. Why? Because their organs will last longer. You know? They have a little bit more life in them. I mean, my God. Like Rockefeller, he lived well into his 100s. And, I mean, look how many so-called heart transplants he had. And you got to kind of wonder, like, wow, for an old man, gee, you needed quite a lot of heart transplants. Kind of wonder why and how he ended up getting them so readily. You know, there's a lot of freaky shit that's going on. And it's because these megalomaniacs think they have this divine right to just rule over us.
I don't understand
we're the
this power
serfs.
trip. Like, I'll be honest. Would I like to be rich? Yeah, but
Oh, yeah.
if I had like maybe between $2 and $5 million, that's all I would need. Anything after that, I would be helping people around me. I'm donating back to the food bank because I use the food bank. I'm a poor starving artist. I'd be giving back to other people. I'd be helping all my friends would have houses and be taken care of. Like, money is meant to be shared. Wealth is meant to be shared, not hoarded. These people hoard money. I don't understand the concept. I can't put it in my brain of why. It makes no sense. They make so much money they'll never damn well spend it. It makes no sense. It's just it frustrates me.
It does and it doesn't at the same time. It does and it doesn't. To you and me, you know, that think somewhat rationally, obviously, you know, and that, you know, pretty much have a good heart, you know, yeah, we because we've been there, we don't see other people suffer because we know how hard it is, you know, to be down and out and, you know, and well, let's just put it this way, pretty bummed out, right? I don't want to constantly use the word depressed because most of the time, you know, and I'm not poo-pooing on anybody that has ever been depressed because, yes, I've bbeen there, you've been there, you know, yes, it is a terrible thing, and, you know, so don't get me wrong.
I still am there sometimes. Like, but I'll be honest, my film, my horror film, and my poem book, they're all tied together about, male depression, but women can be depressed too. It's about depression. Like, you know, and the horror film aspect, I use what I know. I suffer from it still to this day.
Yes.
You know, it's a human trait that when you're down and out and struggling, it hits you. But mind you, in new Canadian society, they probably want to put me on MAID. It's like, oh, you're depressed. Here, have MAID.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is that what was I getting at now? I'm trying to remember.
Pizza.
Damn you. Yeah, right. No, it's easy for us to say because we can identify
Yeah,
with it,
100%.
right? But because they've never had to, and that's why they amass such wealth, is because obviously money, like we know this from movies, money buys power and influence. And to be able to have that, you can control anybody to do, whatever you want because they look at us as weak-willed, and it's like, well, throw him $100,000. He'll do whatever we want him to, or something like that. Because when people are down and out, they will do anything for almost any amount of money.
Slap fights. People slap each other for
Yeah.
money. I'm like, what? What's wrong with you idiots? But anyway.
Well, exactly, right? But and that, yes, and that kind of power is very hard to get rid of, especially when when you have it and nobody else does, and you can do whatever the hell you want. You know, it's unfettered power, unchecked. You know, that's what it is, and it's amazing how it's amazing how when people's problems, just can instantly be solved by a certain amount of money. I mean, let's face it, we've talked about it, right? You and I have talked about it live on, especially on the show. Oh well, when I have $1 million, I'm gonna buy me a house.
My
And
A-frame house
you
up
know,
in
and
Fisherman's
and
Lane.
s-
Buy the land, have it tilled, and then put my house on it. And oh yeah, yeah.
exactly. But and we instantly think about, we because that's how we just naturally gravitate. We instantly think about thinking about once I'm okay, you know, and then we just tend to forget about everything else that we said we wanted to
Yeah.
do if we end up having all this money,
Yeah.
kind of thing, right? But then, because we've been in this situation where things are really hard, we become, how should I put it, kind of like a miser in a way, like a hoarder, right? It's like you want to, because you were so used to having so little of it that when you finally have it, you don't want to let go of it. And for some odd reason, it's weird. It's like a hoarder mentality where you feel like you need more of it
I don't think I'd
because
ever
you
be
don't
there.
want to be
I
out
don't
of
think I'd be
it.
there because I would buy I have high end computers. I have amazing cool
Right.
stuff and everything. But I mean, and maybe I'd learn to ride my motorbike and stuff. But I would just have the basics, and I don't need a McLaren. I don't need a high jet or 3-4 houses. I'd have a summer home too, for me and family and stuff.
No,
but it's like,
yeah.
I just take care of myself and enjoy my life the way I wanted to. And I'd still have
Yes.
some away. I have like $100,000 away for my bills for the rest of my life. That would cover my bills, my power and stuff, yada yada.
Yep.
I'd have another 100,000 away for like house repairs, stuff you always need to fix up in the house. I'd have another 100,000 away in a separate account, maybe for, well, if they get rid of property tax, I wouldn't need it. But I've already figured this out in my head. It's like 100,000, 100,000. Groceries, I'd have like 150,000 away for groceries for the rest of my life. That would be my grocery account. And boom, boom, boom. I've already figured this out. I've broken it down in my head. It's like, oh, yes, I'm set. So, oh, yeah, I've gotten this all figured out. It's like, yeah. But I know what you mean. You're not going to splurge
Yeah.
and just go, blah, blah, blah. So,
Yeah, because then it comes down to how should I put it? How strong is your character, right?
yeah.
To not suddenly forget, for lack of a better description, everything that you promised to yourself, right? Like, I mean, it's easy for somebody to complain when they have like little to nothing, or in a situation where you know, well,
I actually had to get
yeah,
Dad to
right.
get me a nice coffee today. Thanks, Dad. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
You know.
No, but you know, it's easy to us to complain about, you know, certain situations that we may be in, and just, you know, thinking that there's nothing you can do to change it. But if you fail to try to change it, you know, then you really shouldn't be complaining, you know, a whole hell of a lot, kind of thing, you know.
I did,
So
Jason. It says it's still processing, so maybe it's still uploading. Sometimes it might take a couple minutes to finalize, but yeah, no, I'm gonna download it here in a couple minutes.
yeah, Jason, be patient, man.
But no, I don't understand it. I just don't understand.
Quit hogging him, Jason.
Hey, that man saved my ass. Trust me. But no, I don't understand the fact of greed. I never understood greed. You know, sure, there's hogging and stuff, being a little bit smart about it. I've already pre-planned what I want to do if I when I make money. But I don't understand this fact of we gotta have billions of. No, you're never gonna spend it. You humanly can't spend that much money. You can't. There's nothing you can spend it on. I own 1,000 homes. No human needs that. You need maybe 1, 2, maybe 3 homes at most. If you're rich, I have nothing against a person that has 3 homes. I got one in Paraguay or whatever beautiful. You got a summer home in the forest in Cape Cod or whatever, and then you got your home wherever it is. Well, okay, if you're rich, you deserve that. But then you're having like 10 or 11 homes. No, shut up. You're disgusting. I have thousands of cars. You're an idiot. You know, like no human needs.
Yeah.
It's the fact, and I've said it before, greed should be classified as a disease. But the rich would never let that happen. But technically, greed is a mental disorder. Hoarding is a mental disorder. And
It is.
people, you shouldn't, and I know you might disagree with this, but once you reach over a certain billions of dollars, you actually should be forced to pay your workers a lot more money. Your workers should make more. Because like Amazon, Jeff Bezos, some of his workers have to go on food stamps. Some of them, no, he's a multi-billionaire. His workers should be making more. And the good example, there was a guy in Seattle, I forget his name now. He was a very successful company, and now he's still going to make millions of dollars off his company finances. Of course, deservedly so.
Right.
But
Yeah.
he took a pay cut of $70,000. That's all he made on a yearly
I
salary.
remember reading about that. Yes.
And all his workers end up making $70,000. Do you know now that company still exists and they're actually flourishing?
Good for them.
And everybody makes a good living wage. They actually bought him a sports car. I'm like, why did you do that? We just wanted to thank him. Like, he's already a millionaire, but good for them. They appreciated him so much. I'm like, and that company is still successful. That goes to show you can easily pay your workers a living wage. Walmart, the Waltons. I hope they don't shoot me, but they're a massively greedy family. Their workers, they literally have to go on subsidies and food stamps and everything at certain times of the year. No, none of your workers should have to do that. Oh, they're minimum wage jobs. Well, they should be making more. You know, especially I've seen people that work in customer service. That's a very demeaning and hard job that you have to deal with. Oh, you know, you deserve more money than that. So, and just make a livable wage. So, you know, minimum wage originally was designed to be a livable wage. It's sure you're still going to scrape by, but you could still pay your rent, get your food, have a little bit extra on the side. That's what minimum wage was designed for, to be able to live at the minimum, but you still live. Nowadays, 3 or 4 people have to have minimum wage, and you're still struggling to even feed yourself.
Well, exactly.
So the flip got switched where things just went awry and they're not proper anymore. Minimum wage doesn't mean anything, and it's no. Everybody deserves the right to have a livable wage. Even Jesse Ventura, the wrestler, in a government, he actually said, why don't they make a maximum wage? Once you make a certain amount, you have to give back to your workers. And I always agree with that. I'm like, and it's not saying, no, you're still going to make a lot of money on your company benefits. Like I said, that guy in Seattle, that shows you're still going to get your millions of dollars in your company, but you're paying your workers a financial livable wage where they can survive, they can flourish. And I'm sorry, I'm rambling here, but why do these rich companies want people to be so poor? The more money they have, the more money they spend, the more products they can buy, the more money you're getting from them. So you're going to get it back anyway, because the money's going to go back into circulation. Everybody's going to be able to buy products, homes, pay their bills, everything. Everybody's better off. Even the rich, you're getting money back. Why don't you give them more money so they can spend more money? Hello? I don't understand that concept. It's like,
because again, it's about control. It's about control.
And that's what's
it's
wrong
about
with
it's
their
about
planet.
controlling you.
Yeah.
It's about them being top dog. They have to be top dog, or at least one of the top dogs. You know, there always has to be somebody else to feed on, somebody else to to gnaw on their bones and stuff like that. And that person is you, the consumer. That's all that it is. That's all that it is.
I'll bring the example: computers. Computers. Now computers are. It's almost impossible to buy a computer nowadays. It's like $5,000-$6,000 for a good computer.
It is.
Why? Because they want that. Nvidia, which now sells to data centers, sure they sell to consumer at a inflated price, like 5 times the price. I can get a hard drive. Used to be like $100. Now it's like $400 for that same 1 terabyte. Like that's bullshit. Excuse my language, but
It is.
But it's because they eventually want to do the cloud, so they're not happy with just selling to the people and making billions. They want to make you a perpetual customer, so you pay a yearly fee. So they want to have hundreds of billions. I'm like, no, you're greedy. Greed is disgusting, and that's why I'm wishing more. Micron is the only microchip company in the world, if I'm not mistaken. We need to have another microchip company that can actually counter against that would go against everything. So it's I don't understand it, and I understand when you're saying control, but it makes no sense. Like it's just mental health. These people have bad mental health. They need to be held accountable for what they're doing to our planet and the people on our planet. And yeah, things have to be done. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, it's true. I do agree with you. But again, it's like when you're in that certain club,
Yeah.
it's I'm sure that let's just put it this way. This club, because we know that you're acknowledged when you've made it so far, let's say, in financial life, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I mean, it's no secret. We all know it's there.
By the way,
even
Elon,
though
Carl, if you guys need anybody to hire people to mess people up in their heads, I'm good. Anyway, enough said. Go ahead. Continue. Hey, I gotta cover my bases. Look after me and my family and those around me. So
you
if want me to-
opportunistic bastard.
Yes. I'll play both sides. By the way, sorry to change stuff here. What is Bill talking about in Toronto? What happened to Toronto Street Festival?
Oh, by the way, I shouldn't be talking about TMZ stuff, but sorry about what actually happened in the recent Toronto Street Festival. I don't know.
What?
I haven't the faintest idea. I don't know. See, here's the thing, Bill. Toronto thinks that. Yeah, Toronto thinks that they're the center of the universe in Canada, and therefore,
Yes.
yeah, Ottawa. Oh, sorry, New Brunswick. How should I put it this way? First of all, Alberta couldn't give 2 shits about Toronto.
Nor
Because
can New Brunswick, to be honest
Toronto-
with you.
exactly, and the same thing with New Brunswick because, yeah, we're past Quebec, Canada doesn't really exist.
Nope.
So no,
we're the toilet of the country.
it's true. It's true.
It
That's
is.
the way they see us. They look at us as they. Okay, here's the thing. Because
By the way, think about this. Think about this to your constituents. As
Yes.
much as I joke about it, maybe Alberta and the Maritimes should gather and create our own entity.
Well, because a lot of Maritimers come out here because why? Searching for work, right? Especially
Well,
a lot of
we're not
newbies that are
Canada,
working
what
for
we call
Max.
Canada. We'll just have a bigger A.
Right. But I mean, here's the thing. Because around Ontario and Quebec, right? Anything east, they think they're just, stupid fishermen, hillbilly kind of things. But then you go west, they think that nothing in the Maritimes exists except fishing.
Yeah.
That's basically it. And then everything west, it's like stupid country bumpkins. That's the way Ontario, to them, Ontario and Quebec is Canada. That's it.
I lived
Everything
in
else
Toronto.
is
Well,
just
you're from
basically
Toronto.
like, yeah.
I lived in Toronto. I hated it up there. I didn't like the vibe. It felt so awkward and just. That's why I'm glad I left.
Yeah,
So,
because isn't it funny in the history books that that like Ontario used to be looked at as Upper Canada, while Quebec was looked at as Lower Canada, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of weird. So you know, until they got their act together. And it's like, well, no, don't want to be looked at lower Canada, even though we're under a stupid British rule. You know, it's like, well, you know, don't care. So now we'll just look all you stupid fishermen in you know, Maritimes as lower than us. Oh, also the Miramichi and Acadia. You all stupid. You all dumb dumb.
The good old she. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's the way it is. So as for the Toronto Street Festival, Bill, I couldn't give two shits. So I don't care. I don't care. Because that was what's her name? Olivia Chung or whatever her name is. Yeah, the stupid mayo Toronto. I don't give the chance about her, and she no good for sitting on Toronto. So don't care.
There's
That's
actually
pretty much how she
a
sounds.
comedian. It's a white dude that plays that character. He dresses in female clothes and he does comedy and he does different voices like Tim Hortons. You ever see him? He's like, oh, welcome to Moulton, give double. I'll show you. Oh my gosh, he's funny as heck. He's out of Ontario, but he makes fun of all of it. It's so good.
Oh, it's so good. It's so. Oh, that's right. Because on Tuesday, you better hope and pray that my channel doesn't get demonetized. So.
Why?
And
What's going on?
I will. Well, okay. Tim, our good friend FKHC 2005, gifted earlier before the show started a $10 super chat, and he said this is for Tuesday. So, what's going to be happening on Tuesday? Well, you're going to all find out on Tuesday on Titillating Tuesdays. So, because there is something I'm going to do, which is going to be funny. You're going to laugh.
Oh no.
Yeah. Or be mildly horrified. Either way, it's kind of the same thing. Because it's none of you people that'll pay the consequences for that. So.
Our country's weird. And
I
I'm
know.
still a proud lover of my country, but yeah, we're weird. Yeah. Our country needs a good kick in the ass. Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. See, because here's the one thing I will be proud of as a Canadian. Shocking, I know. You know what? It just seems comedically we're better. I'm gonna say we're somewhat better than the Americans. I think when it comes to humor.
Sadly, we're not allowed to use that humor, but I know. Yeah.
No,
it's
that's
like,
true.
But
Yeah.
we don't take ourselves as
we used to be really
as,
funny.
as seriously. You know, that's why we look at this fire thing. We're like, okay. You know. By the way,
And?
who was the moron that burnt the onions, Vince? Somebody, you should scold them and shake your finger at them.
Oh yeah. Inquiring minds would like to know. You know what? Here's a weird thing. You know what? I don't think I'm gonna. Normally, I would just kind of like ink over this and make it look like nice and pretty and stuff like that. For some odd reason, I'm liking this kind of sketchy, gritty
But it's
look.
so
in a way.
sketchy.
I don't know why. Yeah, I know, right? It's. I walked into that one. Damn it. I did, and I'll fully admit it too. So, I don't know. Something about this is looking a bit better. Is a rough kind of sketch. Yeah. So anyway. Anybody that happened to see the trailer? I don't know. Vince, don't know if you had a look at it, but we just played it, and let me know what you think. I know Bill gave a standing ovation. Standing
Vince, I'm with you
ovation.
on that.
Yeah.
I grew up on British humor. Monty Python. Are You Being Served? Benny Hill. I love British humor. To me, that's what Canadian
Oh,
humor
God, yes.
came from British humor, in my opinion. So,
I got to agree with
I
you
mean,
on that.
A lot
Yes.
of us grew up on BBC and Sorry, and so many other shows growing up in my youth was from British humor, 100%. Like
Yeah.
just
Yeah. British humor and Canadian humor are, you know what? In some respects, they're a little bit different, but they're
yeah.
so much the same. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna have to agree with you on that. Yeah.
I mean,
there's
look,
no
now
two
we
ways
have
around that. So.
we have of course Kids in the Hall, but that has a slight, very sarcastic British humor style method. So it was like very unique. That's why it made it so big. Lorne Michaels, who actually created Saturday Night Live, Canadian, from Second City and all that. So I mean,
Yep.
so he actually brought that to the States, and there was Second City, and I think Chicago, and then Toronto, I think it was. And then it hence birthed Saturday Night Live, but then years later he brought it to Canada with Kids in the Hall. When he could be a little bit more brazen on Kids in the Hall than he was on Saturday Night Live, because Kids in the Hall really pushed the boundaries, and it's like I love it.
God,
It's
did
like,
it ever.
they're supposedly reuniting and touring again. I'm like, please come to St. John. I've always wanted to see them live, so But, we'll see. But yeah, Mr. Bean, Rowan Atkinson. I'm a big fan of his. I actually have his live tape from his live stuff. Like, he's a highly intelligent man, but funny as heck,
Oh, nice. Yeah, because I was kind of thinking about that the other day, of how back in the what was it like back in the 80s when comedy tapes were the big thing that were being exchanged between friends here and there, you know, like Eddie Murphy's Delirious and
I just got a
well,
quick story. Me and my
oh,
friend, I
man.
had a different Tim, that we were friends back in junior high
Yeah.
and high school. I stayed over his house one night. We were listening to Eddie Murphy's Delirious. I almost peed the bed. It's like, it was funny, especially as a kid. Oh, just so good.
Yes. No, I was thinking that because what was it on? It wasn't Friday. It was. God, let me think. It was Wednesday. It was Wednesday. We were the guy that I work with, Romanian guy, nice guy. Sometimes he's a pain in the ass, but we were trimming this tree, doing a little bit of a trim, and this ice cream van came around the corner. Like the bells are going and the tune is playing and stuff like that. And for some odd reason, it just Eddie Murphy's Delirious popped in my head. About the ice cream man. Like, Mom, give me some money. The ice cream
And
man
that's
is
where I got
coming.
the 3-second rule from that.
Yes.
We dropped in a bit of shit. Oh, it's just chocolate sprinkles. Just chocolate sprinkles.
Yeah, exactly. Right? And it just popped in my head, and then I thought about it. It's like, you know what? Yeah, there's nothing like that now.
No.
Nothing.
Robin Williams is another I liked, and
Yes.
Robin was like, Robin pushed the boundaries in his earlier days. Mind you, he's probably coked out of his skull, but and yes, I know who Billy Connolly is, by the way, Vince. I mean, he used to.
Oh, he's funny.
I've seen his stand up. He also used to be on an American sitcom. Remember, he was a teacher. I forget the name of it now.
Oh yeah.
Robin
Head
Evans
of,
is stand up.
head of the class?
I forget the name of the yes, it might have been. But yeah, the guy's funny as heck. He actually did a documentary series where he talked about the history of something. But he's always been intelligent man. But no, great comedian he was. So yeah.
yeah. No, I liked his acting and some of the stuff that he was in. So I quite enjoyed Billy Connolly show.
No, Robin Williams, not Robbie Williams. That's a singer, if I'm not mistaken. Robin Williams is a legend. And, I grew up, one of my all-time favorites is Robin Williams. I got his earlier stuff when he was lesser known. He actually did a segment. There was one. It was live in L.A. Henry Winkler was in the audience. And John, Three's Company. Who am I thinking of now?
John Ritter.
John Ritter was in the audience, too.
Yeah.
And Robin calls Ritter up, and they start doing back and forth improv. Oh my gosh, it's some of the funniest stuff you'll ever see. It's just
Really?
Robin and Ritter just doing some improv together, and it's like it's one of Robin's best live acts, but it's in a smaller audience. Like I said, Winkler was there, and then him and Ritter just start doing improv. Oh, I have to watch it again now. Just it's some of the funniest stuff I've ever seen, because Ritter was an amazing, legendary comedian as well. I love Three's Company, but him with Robin doing their live, oh my gosh! If you get a chance, I'll try to remember the name of it. But
That'd be nice.
oh my gosh, two legends going at it.
Nice. I don't think I've ever heard of that. Huh. Come and knock on our door. We've been waiting for you. We've been Three's Company too. I missed that show. That was a good show. Okay.
Oh, you can find it on whatchamacallit, yeah. Look on YouTube. You actually got to hear Robin Williams and John Ritter. Off the Wall in 1978. It was an improv. He just pulled him off out of the audience because he was there live. And Ritter didn't realize, oh crap, I'm going to act. Because back then, Three's Company was on, and he was doing Mork from Work, you know?
Yes.
Stuff. So, yeah. And he kind of pulls John, you want to come up and do some improv? John's like, okay. So he walked, yeah, here it is here. So, oh my gosh, it's just...
I used to watch Mork and Mindy when I was a kid, like
So did I.
crazy. Man, I've missed that show. So that was such a funny show. Jeez. Let me see here. Let me see. What was another really good comedy show?
Yeah.
Three's Company.
Yeah, we were just talking about Three's Company. Try to think. There was another one, but I can't think of what it was.
There you go. That's actually the video. No, you can't play it, of course, but there, if you want it, that's the video of. That's
Oh,
not
I
only
could.
That's the segment where John comes up, but it's the whole thing is funny. It's a brilliant live. It's like him in L.A. in this local club. It was in the '70s, so Robin was, like I said, Mork from Mork at the time, and
Yeah.
like I said, Henry Winkler, which was the Fonz, was in the audience along with John Ritter. So the time of our television growing up, you know, Happy Days, Three's Company, Mork and Mindy, you know, and it was this live thing, and oh my gosh, it's one of Robin's best live acts. It's just so good.
Yeah, see, this is why I appreciate pretty much when I was born, because at least we got to see all this kind of stuff before, you know, it was kind of like, I suppose you can kind of say before it was like taken away from us, so to speak, you know. So when the world was,
Sour Crampton, do you want
it might not have been innocent, the world that we lived in, but at least it was funnier.
Because I'm good at it.
Oh gosh,
So-
yeah, 100%.
Well, damn.
Let me see here. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm liking how this is turning out. This is like,
Yeah, it's called Off the Wall. It's the name of the whole live comedy special. Live,
Oh.
or was it Live at the Roxy? Maybe it was Live at the Roxy. So
Could've been.
yeah. But that segment there is him bringing up whatchamacallit. Yeah, it's at the Roxy. Live at the Roxy. It's a classic.
Dad's
The dump?
Dad's Army.
Yeah,
This is
Live at
Vince.
the Roxy. 1978. Live at the Roxy. That's the name of the
Okay.
whole show.
I can't believe you talk this way.
Dad's Army. Why does that sound familiar? Huh.
You did this.
Okay.
Father Ted. I actually have that. I have that
Okay.
entire box set here behind me on DVD. Father Ted.
Oh, Father Ted. Love that. Love it. That was
Oh, yeah,
hilarious,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Man, oh man. Whoever dreamt up of that show, damn. Just brilliant. Hairless Japanese bastards. as he's looking at a freaking rabbit just sitting there. Oh my
Yep.
god. And Dougal, oh my God, what a brain dead freaking moron. It's like, how did you become a priest in the first place? I know he explained it in one episode, but I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, dude. Like, you are you are one cabbage short of a vegetable patch in your head. Like, damn.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, that's a funny show. That's a funny show. One sec here. Okay. Yeah, no, but I gotta agree with you on that. A lot of British humor is
Warped.
is
It's
yeah,
what I
but
grew
warped
up
in a
on.
good way. Exactly. And I, for one, am glad that my mom exposed me to such things, and a lot of it. and
I actually have a hard
and
drive full of TV, and I have it separated in BBC or Europe and America because there's some great American shows as well. So and what have you? Where are we?
oh, okay, Gap. Okay, Vince. I can't be quiet, but tell Mike why does that really have a crash like?
Yeah, North America, some of the great shows, such as
Um,
like All in the Family. Ed was good. Frasier, I like Frasier. Yes, I like Gilmore Girls.
Frasier was good.
Yeah, Johnny Carr. Kids in the Holocaust. MASH. People have never watched MASH. MASH was a combination of serious and comedy mixed together, and it did it to the best. It's one of the best two-way shows ever, in my opinion. MASH hit perfect. For serious, it had great comedy. WKRP was
What's-
the reason I
You
wanted
have
to
a
be a
screwdriver?
DJ.
Yeah.
Sanford and Son, Night Court. Night Court was my other favorite. So I love Night Court, of course.
Night Court
then we
was
go
good.
oh gosh, and then we go to the BBC. We have Are You Being Served? I loved Are You Being Served? Benny Hill, Blackadder. Black Books is a lesser known one, very funny. Faulty Towers with like Manuel, So
Black Books, I actually finished like a few months ago.
oh, I loved Black Books. Actually,
Yeah.
there was this model. I forget her name now. She's a famous model in the States now, but she's originally from Europe. And we were back when she was lesser known, making a lot of steampunk stuff. We
Yes.
chatted one time, and she said, "Check out Black Books." I was like, "Okay," and I did, and I loved it. So, Mr. Bean, Red Dwarf, of course, is my all-time favorite.
Oh, Red Dwarf always, man.
Yeah. Sorry. The IT crowd, not the American version, the British version, amazing. And Vicar of Dibley, that's actually a good one too. Vicar of Dibley is funny. So there's a lot. BBC has so many great shows out there.
I remember. Well, okay. First of all, hold on a second. Okay, Gap. Yes, I'm working on it. So, Bill says, yeah, Red Dwarf was good too. By the way, the guy that played Cat in Red Dwarf was in one of the Blade movies. The guy that Rimmer appeared in Lara Croft, Angelina Jolie movie. Yeah, no, I remember him appearing in.
Actually, different
in
actors.
Tomb Raider.
The one in Laura Croft was Rimmer. He played
Yeah.
the butler. Remember?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But the guy in Blade, that was Cat. The guy who played Cat.
Yes.
He was one of the soldiers. Yeah. Because I remember,
Yeah.
like, hey, it's Cat. yeah.
I know. I remember that too. It's like that guy looks familiar. I couldn't place it at the time,
Yeah.
but it would have been better if he would have went, "Ow, yeah!"
That
just
would've
dance
totally
around
been-
as
I
a
could see
vampire.
Blade
That would have
looking
been
like, what
awesome in
the
Blade.
What are you doing, you idiot?
Yes. If it says, "Oh, Mass, the chicken episode," I'm trying to remember the chicken episode. And Tree Rocks, how's it going,
Oh,
man?
that was disturbing, though. Yeah. Oh, don't get me go. Oh, you just gave me goosebumps on that, Vince. That was messed up. The chicken. Oh, if you on the bus, now I'm getting goosebumps. That was a very serious episode. Like whatchamacallit, he started going. He went a little lot. Oh, I'm almost crying. It's kind of a serious episode and it's messed up. Like who? Like that's why I said I love MASH. It had very serious, but yeah, it was funny as
Yes.
hell too. So,
Oh, yeah.
By the way, Tree Rock, I feel so bad for you. There's nothing wrong living in the past, my friend. So it's just live in the past. We can take solace at the past was an amazing place to live, and we can make it that again just by reliving it. Sometimes that's the best way to look back at the good times is just live in those times.
Yeah. I'm going to just read what Tree Rock said to everybody out there. Guys, I'm tired of living in the past, but what else is there when there seems to be no future in this life? I guess there is a re-release of Star Wars in the theater that I'm looking forward to. Tree Rock, I'm just going to tell you on my anniversary near the beginning of the month next month. I'm gonna be doing something about that. So,
Are you sure
and
though? Are you still iffy?
I'm going to. Gonna
Losing all
see
the-
what happens. I gotta see what happens.
Oh,
Terminator 2 is to be released in theaters August. Really? August 2026. Terminator 2.
that's okay.
Back in
but I want to
theaters?
see. I want to see Akira in the theaters. I've seen
Yes.
Terminator 2 in theaters. I went to it. I've
On
never seen Akira in the big
IMAX.
screen.
Oh, neither have I.
I
Neither have
got
I.
to see Akira in the big screen at least once. Yeah.
Terminator 2 in theaters August next month. That should be really good. Okay, so Tree Walk, to going back to what you're saying here. I think this is because Tree Walk Creations and I we talked a few times,
Taint.
quite a
Yeah,
bit.
you said
Quite a
taint,
bit.
Vince.
I did. He did. Quite a bit last year, and Tree Rock we got talk again. I think it's up to us to bring certain elements of what was good, what we enjoyed, back to now. I think that's, and then therefore we, because like what you were saying, like when there's really nothing to look forward in the future, in life, it's like, well then let's us do it, right? Let's bring back some of those things for to look forward to.
Now,
I don't know if I'm even saying it right, but I'm guessing you're knowing what I'm saying. So,
just my 2 cents on things. I believe there's still great things today. I'm not one of these ones. My music in my day. No, there's still great music today, in my opinion. I love Grimes. I love Aurora. Come on, if you're still there, Jay, she can introduce me. She might be single still. Anyway, no, in all seriousness, I love. There's still great modern music. There's still great comedians out there that are willing to push the boundary. Isaac Butterfield from Australia, he pushes the boundaries. I'm a big fan of his. So, I mean, there's still good stuff today. You just have to go searching for it and knowing where it is. Sure, times were a little bit more free back then. You weren't crucified for saying things, but I still think there's good stuff out there. But sometimes it's good to look in the past, because looking in the past, we can appreciate the future as well. And on that comment, Vince, I don't think it tainted it, because that's why I loved MASH so much, is because it would delve into serious topics. It was about him he was losing his mind. Oh God, who am I thinking of now? Oh gosh, I can't think of the character. I should know.
Honeycutt?
No, was it Honeycutt? No, it was the other one. The other main doctor. Honeycutt came in later, I think.
Oh, okay.
Look it up.
Damn it. Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about now, but
I'll look it up. Give me a
can't-
second.
damn it,
Alan
I can't think
Alda
of the
played
name.
it.
You know what? Oh, okay. Here's the thing, because I've never seen the movie. I've seen the TV show.
Oh yeah. That's which I gotta play on MASH. He played. No, it wasn't Alan Alda. Give me a sec here. Now I'm losing my mind here now.
Isn't that weird that we can't even think of the name now, and we used to watch it?
Well, it
like a
wasn't
lot as kids?
Radar. No, it wasn't Radar. It was Alan Alda. Who did Alan?
No, definitely wasn't Radar.
Oh.
Although, you know what? I'm gonna say I always liked Radar. As a kid, because it just he seemed young, he seemed optimistic, kind of, and he always looked with the teddy bear. And my mom kind of liked that too. So.
Okay. Oh wait. Okay. Hey, he's still alive. Yeah, I know. Yeah, he hasn't passed yet. He's still alive to this day. So, Alan Alda.
Oh yeah. No, he's definitely still alive. Yeah.
Yeah, but Hawkeye Pierce.
Hawkeye,
I had to
right?
remember because I love that show. It's one of my favorite shows. One thing is, remember, he lost it around the end because seeing people die in front of your mind, that's gonna mess with your head. So they actually delved in war.
Yeah.
That's why I liked that show, because it's war. They're in war. It's so it's not a pretty sight. But there's amazing comedy from that thing. Like, hey, technically the first cross-dresser was there.
True,
He kept
true.
on trying to get kicked.
Klinger.
He wanted out of the war, so he keeps on wearing female dresses. But he was a. But
Yes.
again, it's so many amazing stuff in that show. That it was just brilliant. But I like the. No, I wouldn't even touch that. No, and I liked Radar on the show, but I don't want to watch spin-offs. No. But it delved in serious topics of war. Like, he lost his mind at one point. That chicken episode. It turns out they tried to smother the chicken. Turns out it was a baby. So they had to kill the baby to save everybody in the bus. That's given away. I'm sorry. But it's messed up. But it's like, whoa, that's... yeah, no, Bill. Red Dwarf American Edition doesn't exist. It's not real. It's nothing. Shut up. No, it's not real. Just like the IT crowd, they try to do an American version.
No.
Nope, it's not real. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
Nope, that never existed.
Yeah. I know it's out there. I know it exists, but nobody wants to acknowledge it.
And they actually were supposed to do one more season, but it got put on hold. So there's supposed to be another season coming out, but it's like, I don't know now. But I want to get all the set on Blu-ray. I have some of them on DVD, but I want to get the whole set on Blu-ray eventually. I got the last two on Blu-ray, but I want to get the whole series.
That'd be perfect.
But yeah, I love Red Dwarf so much. Oh, yeah.
Trurock says, comic, I'm trying to complete my projects, but it's difficult. Yeah, no, I know, dude. Especially when Disney is cracking down on Star Wars characters animation on AI programs, if you know what I mean. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, say no more. Yeah. No, I get you, dude. I get you. It's really weird to see, because Lucasfilm had no problem with the fans making like fan films, right? Before the dark times. And, you know, because George Lucas at least knew that, hey, fans are enjoying it. Sure, they're you know, none of these fan projects are canon, but at least they're enjoying making their own stories, was something that he made. Now, insert Disney, and it's like, we have to crack down on everything because it's our property and we own it. And again, it goes back to what Tom was saying about greed, right? So, you know, it's like you take the fun out of everything. So it's crappy. It really is. Vince, The Office, US or UK? Yes.
Oh. That's a hard one. I've never seen the UK version, but I heard it's amazing. It only lasted 2 seasons, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm gonna watch it. I actually grabbed it. I want to watch it. But I love the US version. So Steve Carell, and actually, what's the actor who was in the UK version? Oh gosh, what's his name? He's a famous comedian.
Yeah, you know, Ricky Gervais.
Yeah, he actually he jokes, but he has nothing against Steve Carell. He said no, they did a great job, you know. And I've seen almost all the American version. Steve Carell did an amazing job, but I heard theirs was actually better. I've still got to watch it, but yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen it completely either myself.
I love the American version.
Yeah, because I haven't
seen the last 2 seasons, but I loved it. I loved it so much. Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, I like them both as comedians, and I'm just kind of glad that Ricky Gervais actually woke up, you know, so to speak. Yeah. I might not agree with everything that he says, but you know what? He's entitled to his opinion.
Yeah.
So that's okay, you know, and that's all right. So, but yeah, no, I am glad he got out of the Hollywood crowd. But, you know, whatever. Let's see here. I'm becoming a little bit more conscious about shading. And even though today is rough, I'm going to dub this rough sketch day. Because for some odd reason, I'm liking how this is looking. It's really weird. So, it's weird. Happy little accidents. Ricky's great. Yeah, he made Star Wars, got 0 for the film itself. It all came from merchandising. Exactly. There was a show that I remember in England. I remember what it was called, but I don't know if anybody else might remember it. God, I can't English today.
By the way, if Jason's listening, thank you. I just got
Yeah.
I just watched the last few seconds. Bam, brilliant. Now I'm done. Thank you, Jason. We're done.
Does anybody remember a comedy show? It was like a spy comedy show that came out of the UK. The Piglet Files.
No.
Really?
Oh, I know there was the Avengers. Wasn't there the original Avengers? They were like a spy group and it was comedy, or was it? Or was it a spy series?
No, actually, it was a spy series,
spy
the
series.
the Avengers.
Yeah.
So out of the UK,
Yeah.
but no, it was actually it's a British comedy, and I don't think it lasted very long. But it was. I remember seeing it on PBS on MPBN in Maine, and
Main PBS. They had some good stuff.
they used to.
They used to.
Used to. And but anyway, I think it might have been only kind of like one season. It was like, it was it was poking fun at James Bond, obviously, and and MI6 and all that stuff. But it was a British comedy, and it was called The Piglet Files, and there was one agent that was kind of like starting out, and I think it was because they ran out of code words to call their secret agents. And because he was new in MI6, they gave him the code name Piglet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was quite funny. I don't think it lasted very long, but if you are looking for something, maybe you might find it. And I think it might have came out. I'm gonna say probably late '80s, maybe early '90s, ish. So
I don't know. The shadowing in certain areas looks like she has something.
I'm trying.
Does she have a man piece that we're not knowing?
Hold on here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had to. So there, yay! Somebody bought my box set there. So my Avengers Phase 2 box set for $75 will get sold on Wednesday. So
Nice.
now I just gotta sell first Phase 1. That's a high-end box set. I have the Tesseract, the briefcase, and everything. I'm asking $100 for that one. So, but yeah.
Sweet.
Hey, as an artist, I gotta sell everything I own. Someday I'll buy it all again. Mind you, I don't think I care to buy the Marvel box sets again. I'll just get those elsewhere. It's like, yeah, whatever. But like, I do want to get some things again now that I've sold. So I like yeah. So, but
yeah, I'm pretty much the same way when it comes to that. One day I will.
Mash box set. I actually want the Mash box
One day
set.
I will get stuff back.
I always said I want the Mash
Yeah.
box set. So
Yeah, because it does look really good, really cool.
no, Jason was still awake. He just said thank you. So said whatever he said. He's probably not listening, but he's probably chilling. So, but yeah, there. I appreciate. I owe that man a lot. He's been helping. Like I said, we're gonna hopefully work on a full. Maybe if I can get maybe if I win awards on this, get it in a film festival. It turns out though, last month they had to get it into the festival by August 1st. They moved the time. I didn't even know, but she's still gonna give me a waiver, and hopefully I can get it in anyway. So it's for November, the festival, but it was supposed to be in already. It's past the date, but a certain person might give me a waiver to get it in now. So, because I didn't know. Last year it was at August 1st, but they moved the date. I didn't know they moved it.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
so, damn it. So, but we'll wait and see. She's going to give it to me on Monday when she's in the office. So this woman has helped me so much. I won't say names in case, I don't want to get her in trouble or whatever, but she's been super helpful to me. And hopefully I can get it in this festival. And then if I go volunteer at this festival in November, I'll go away to Fredericton for a couple days, probably 4 or 5 days. I'll get to watch my movie on the big screen, which will be nice. So,
Ooh.
yeah. I don't care if I win awards or anything. I just want to say I've done it. I have a movie in a festival. It's done. You know what I mean? It's just another accomplishment for me. So
No, I know what you mean.
now it's time for me to work on my photography. That's my thing now.
Yep, it's that thing where it's kind of like your bucket list.
Yes.
It's essentially your bucket list. That's what
Oh,
it
quick
is.
thing. Shouldn't
So,
there be a line between her arm and leg on that one section there?
an arm between her, a line. Oh, excuse me. Ah,
Yeah, right there, between her arm and leg. Wouldn't there be a tiny line right at the bottom part that continues on through the back there?
it will.
I just picked that. My brain is weird. It picks up small little.
Oh, because like right here,
No,
you
no,
mean?
yeah, like, oh no, I'm wondering, oh, would it go? Maybe just at the bottom. See where the line is on the one side of her arm?
Yes.
It's the surface.
Are you talking like
Yeah, that line.
right
That
here?
line. Would
Yeah.
that continue in between her arm and leg? You know, or would that be behind her arm and leg already?
It could be
Yeah,
behind
okay,
her.
okay. I'm just
already.
wondering. That's all. Just my thing. It's like, oh, picking up weird things. I'm weird. I don't know.
Na, 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 na. Okay, let's see here.
And I wouldn't
Okay,
worry
yeah,
about the hair
Vince is
thing
going to
if
get
it's-
coffee.
I wouldn't worry about the hair thing. You can just say there are different times in her career. That's that entrance. You know, give her different haircuts throughout her, entirety. Have it longer at some points, shorter. That's all. And that opening is
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. That's hair grows.
That's
Hair
what you
gets
gotta do.
cut, so
That's right.
Yeah.
It's like okay, this is the one thing that I appreciated with Oda with One Piece, right? Because you notice this like in a lot of cartoons in North America, and you notice it kind of quite a bit in anime in general, right? Is that the characters, they're always wearing the same articles of clothing all the time, right? And you know what? Even as a kid, and this it's probably just stupid to mention anyway, right? But it's like, didn't you ever wonder, like as a kid, it's like, don't you ever change your clothes?
Ah,
I'm sure I know this sounds kind of stupid to bring up, but like, haven't you ever kind of like wondered that in a way, you know?
yeah.
But with Oda, of One Piece, I kind of noticed that immediately. It's like there's something different going on here. And then when I look back a bit, it's like, oh, wait a minute, the clothes have changed. And I'm like, oh, here's an artist that actually paid attention and changed the look of the characters a bit. And I thought, finally, somebody that actually did something kind of sensible. So, I mean, he didn't have to, but it's like it makes sense, right? You can't be wearing the same clothes all the time, and it's like that. You know what? With people's look, it's like you're not going to keep the same haircut or the same hairstyle, or yeah. Eventually, I'm going to change this look up a little bit, obviously, because well, you know what? It's kind of like Todd McFarlane with Spawn, right? Like for the first 9 issues, or maybe even 10 issues, like how his look was, in the very beginning. But then what was it around? I think maybe around issue 10 or something like that. He said, yeah, he's gonna change the look of Spawn, and it's gonna stay like that forever. Blah blah blah, and it did. I mean, I don't know what he looks like now. Maybe he changed it again because
Well, the suit-
I haven't read
the
that comic in forever.
The suit
But-
transforms over time just by
Yeah.
it's growing and because it's its own. The suit is an entity unto itself.
Exactly. Right? So I just thought, well, yeah, that just makes sense. So, so why the hell not? Just do it.
That's it.
So, yeah. But as for me, drawing it the way it is, kind of like now, it's constant practice. It's constant practice all the time.
Well,
but
that
it's
starts
true.
with
Yes, exactly, Vince. It's true. It's haven't you ever just wondered that?
Oh yeah.
And it keeps it fresh. And he also says, yeah, imagine having to bear the same bowl cut hairstyle for the rest of your life. Exactly.
I'll tell
You
the
know?
story. I actually was a hairstylist. I know, funny enough, in the 20s. So it
Yeah.
was supposedly my secret way into Hollywood. Never happened. But I've had all types. I've had colored hair. I've had short hair. I've had spiky hair. I've had bald all the time. You know, I've always said I want to have one hairstyle of every hairstyle at one point. I've had mohawks before, but I thought about cutting again recently. Mind you, I can't afford it right now. But once I'm going to get a cut, and then I'm going to grow it out. And then what am I going to do? Just once in my life, because I was supposed to do it as a pro wrestler, I'm going to get dreadlocks at least once. I'm going to grow it out and put dreadlocks in. And I know people say you're racist. Shut the fuck up. And you know, no, I'm going to do. I just want to say I've done it. It'll probably be like I'll do it for a week and then cut them out and then I'll go bald again. But I just want to say I've done it. You know, I was going to do it as a pro wrestler. That was going to be my gimmick, is as the dreads, and I'd have like my dragon tattoos, yada yada yada. That never happened. But yeah, no, hair can change at all times. I've had so many different styles. You know, I still shave it sometimes. I can't really do the mohawk anymore. So.
No.
Oh no, I will never. I did a mullet when I was a kid. I'll never do that again. The mullet is the scourge of haircuts. No, it's bad,
the mullet.
evil. Never, never.
Tree Rock comic. They changed the clothes on One Piece characters. Yeah, they did. Those are some major continuity errors. Oh yeah, they have to. That's right, because if you don't keep things consistent, it ruins the illusion of one basic standard continuous timeline. So
Just like in filmmaking, the 180 rule, meaning you got to stay on one side of the camera. If you're shooting on that side, never go to the other person's side. You have to stay on 180 degrees on film, because once you change it that extreme, people get thrown off. They're like, what?
Yep.
You know. So yeah, it's a 180 rule in filmmaking.
you kill the illusion. And Tim, how's it going, dude? And you're back home now? Sweet. Oh, you know what? Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I am okay because obviously we got more new people here. You know what? I'm gonna play the trailer again. Because
By the
Crew
way,
Rock
to
is
all
here.
the people in X, there's 9 of them. Hi, everybody. Don't forget to come and like over in YouTube's and give it a like and share and subscribe. Most definitely. And show your love.
That's right. I would appreciate that. And it'd be nice to have you here and visit and say hello and subscribe and like and share and all
Get
that
this man
jazz.
to 2,000. You're so close. So close.
That's right. I know. It's so close. I can taste it. Anyway,
We gotta get you. I want to say this open. We gotta get you on Twitch. We gotta get you on Twitch.
should.
There's a lot of people like X that would like it too. What? Nude people? What? Wow. Nudes? Somebody said nudes. What?
Yeah, sure. Why not? That can be done. Maybe on Rumble. Anyway, Tree Rock trailer. What trailer? Okay, well, here's the thing, because we showed it like an hour ago, and Bill saw it. So I think Vincent said he was going to get a snacky snack, and then Tree Rock showed up, and then we got Tim. So that also showed up as well. So and you know what? So a few people kind of missed out, and we did a little bit of a world premiere kind of thing. So let me know what you think, because this is a trailer for the manga that I finally got done actually yesterday, and so soon after the show's kind of like over, I'm gonna post it on Facebook. I'm gonna post it on X, and kind of like to try to promote the channel. Plus, on top of that, kind of like promote the books that I want to put out eventually. When get this done, and so I'm asking people if they can just share it, make it. Try to. I mean, you can't force something to become viral. But it'd be neat if this really spread around hard. And like I mentioned before, I showed Clifton and Brandon, the anime guy, this, and Clifton was like, I want this to be an anime. This looks really, really fun. And and Brandon was like, he was amazed. And most of Brandon, the anime guy, because he's watched copious amounts, obviously, of a lot of anime. And he was even like, wow, this is like rewatchable. Like this is really really good. So, so all I'm asking is, if when I post this on X and on Facebook, if you can just take it, put it out there, and to kind of help the channel, and at least hopefully give this a little bit of a help for this book when it eventually gets done. So, yeah, exactly. And it might bring in a few extra people, says Vince. Precisely. And that's, well, pretty much what I'm hoping. So,
Yeah, exactly.
so this is what I'll do. I'm going to play it again. And for everybody else that just, came in a little bit later. And,
Don't forget to put us backstage so nothing's happening in the background.
Exactly. So I'm going to put us backstage. Then I'm going to play it. Give me your honest opinion. And here we go. I'll play it again right now. And there you go. So, Cam, nice to see you, dude. I haven't seen you in a while. So, and he says, yeah, hello, everyone. Hi, Mike. Been listening while running errands. Saw the trailer. Looks great. Thanks, my friend. Cheers. And thank you, man. I really appreciate it. And yeah, it's been a while. So,
Yeah, I didn't want to point that out, Vince. I think that's just an AI thing. I don't think he meant that to happen. That she was driving the Jeep and she stuck her whole body out. I'm like, who's driving the Jeep?
Yeah, I know, right? The way I kind of looked at one foot, it's like she still has one foot on the gas as she's kind of like leaning out.
But
as
she's not
excited
steering.
about
I'm like,
seeing
what the
something.
heck's going on? No.
She's letting
But
off the gas easy. Whatever, I don't know.
That's the way it goes. Sometimes it'll create its own thing, and it's like,
I don't, trust me. The other clip had the Jeep going backwards. I can show you. it's kind of funny.
But yeah,
So,
say Jesus took the wheel. That's why. So they,
yes, exactly. There you go. Right. So Bill says, like I said, it's very Lara Croft. It is kind of. It is very much. So
Oh no! Wait! It was going pretty slow. Maybe she was just jumping out of the Jeep, and it'll just roll into the parking lot by itself.
that's right. See, that could happen too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yes, and you know what, Vince, I did save. So, and Tim says, yeah, I think this is the Japanese version of Freebird. I think you're close. Yeah. So- and later on, yeah, I'm gonna put this up on YouTube as well.
It makes me want
So
to play a video game of that now. So
I know, right? It
it
does.
really does.
True Rock, nice job. I'll share it. Thanks, man. I honestly appreciate it. Tim, obviously, in his Tim fashion, it stinks. So there you go. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate that. Uh, always the one with a positive note. Yeah, Bill, she was doing an Ace Ventura in that Jeep. Yes. Man. Let me guess, you like the Wagaki band.
Who wears a seatbelt in those Jeeps? Those Jeeps you just ride.
Right? Exactly. Yeah. And Cam says, yeah, I look sometimes. I try to say hi when I can. My life is up and down. My mom's really sick. Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that, dude. And I'm at war with the Veterans Association, a.k.a. the VA. Really? Damn, dude. I didn't know.
Oh, we some positive vibes on everybody else. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, I hope your mom does get better. So, and you know what, Cam? Here's an idea. If you're having problems with the Veterans Association, try to get a hold of Gary at Pop Culture Minefield. If you don't have his Twitter, or if you're on Facebook, if you don't have his Facebook, I'll connect you. So, and because he's a vet as well, and maybe he might be able to help you out. So hopefully, and man, I hope your mom gets better too. So, yeah, I got a thing going on with my dad too. So yeah, I know where you're at, man. So I don't know what's wrong with her, but yeah, we'll pray for her. So, and True Rock, she wasn't wearing a seatbelt in the Jeep. No, nobody wears a seatbelt in the Jeep. Come on, man.
Oh, exactly.
Bill, maybe the Jeep was a transformer, so the Jeep was driving itself. Ah, yeah. There you go. It's Hound.
Then again, in modern
Or-
technology, she's going to have high-end technology to help fight these things. Maybe it's a self-driving Jeep also.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Made by Tesla. So- it's very good. No, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do, I'll a little later on, I'm gonna upload this to YouTube. I don't know. Here's the thing. I'm gonna have to figure out some good tags. You know what? I'm gonna have to figure out probably better tags for for videos and for shows. So I'm gonna think of some really good tags to use, or maybe, I don't know, a tag generator or something like that. Tim says Spain scored. Oh, of course they did. Damn it. No, actually, you know what? No, I kind of hope that Spain wins in a way.
I don't even care. It's like,
Yeah.
whatever. Eh,
So, who gives a crap? Some country in Europe always wins,
just something that makes people forget what's actually really going on. So, yeah.
right? So, hey,
So,
Max is back.
he wants to ask you a question. I mean, yeah, her bum is nice, I guess. Spank
Why,
it.
yes. Max Redstone says, I'm going to turn around and bend over, spread my cheeks, and say to you, pardon me, can I ask you a question? I get your reference. A Tree Rock, a Night Rider Jeep. Yes. and Vince AFROJ.
But let's
Alberta's
be
free
honest, they
roaming
have
Jeep.
self-driving
Yeah,
cars that exist already in real world, so that's actually not far-fetched.
exactly.
Yeah.
Right? So why would a self-driving Jeep be out of the question?
Exactly, 100%.
Of course, if you're in the jungle, I don't know how good your GPS reception would be, but whatever. We're not going to question it because
She has high-end technology, so yeah.
yeah, right, exactly. So there you go. Does the Jeep have jumping ability like Speed Racer? God. No, I kind of want to keep most of this grounded to reality. So maybe an ejection seat. How about that? That'd be interesting. Max Redstone. Yes, maybe some banaka. So, do you have a birth mint?
Everybody's about FIFA. The only time I like FIFA is in video games. That's all. I could care less about actual soccer or football. I like playing the video game. That's it for me.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, that's the amount of physical activity you want to get, right?
Oh no, it's not that. I used to love playing hockey. It's just I just was never a foot. I mean, seriously, you got one goal the entire game. It can be boring sometimes. It's like just back and forth and nobody scores. Oh, I'm gonna wake up now.
True.
It's just I that's why I like playing video games. I can score like 10-0 all the time. Yeah, that's a good game. Yeah.
My dad would always watch FIFA all the time. Every 4 years, FIFA starts. It's like he's glued to that TV, man.
Oh, so
Every
are billions
time.
of other people. I mean, it's a world-renowned thing. It's just not my, I'd rather watch hockey or something which is more physical and quick and just, yeah.
True, true. Let's see. Vince, not that Argentina will win because FIFA is totally unbiased. Yeah, no, of course not. Let's see. And Tree Rock, will your character do the mouth open yell like Speed Racer does when he loses control of his car? LOL. Oh yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about oh God, what do you call it?
I don't think she would. She would just jump out and let the car
The
crash or just roll.
Yeah, the bad lip syncing thing, I think is what he's talking about.
Yeah.
You know?
She's a badass. She would twist out and land on her feet while it comes to a slow halt behind her, right in the shot.
Oh man. Bill, did the Jeep come from an underground base? Where
Yeah, actually, it makes
where a
sense.
jet is stored?
Well, remember, underground base.
Yes.
That's for all of it. It's sort of like Batman. Everything is under in his base. It
Exactly.
makes sense for her too. All her stuff is
does.
in the base.
That's right. Simple as that. Or it just could be an ordinary Jeep. So I don't know. I just ask AI, hey, make a prompt with her traveling around the world in a boat, on a ship, on a jet, and on a Jeep riding through the jungle. And I thought, okay, so you got water, you got in this air, you got on land, and on a camel in the desert. So,
There you go.
and it turned out. Let's see. And Tim says, if you have an addiction, I can't read that. Damn,
Oh.
dude.
Addicted is just a common thing, but anyway.
Exactly. Doing what comes natural.
Exactly.
Let me see here. Maybe here. Maybe this is what I can do. Let me see if I can come up with some of the clips that I used here. Maybe some of the clips I didn't use. because some of them are pretty good. Some of them are absolutely horrendous. So, and by horrendous, I mean just unusable. Just really bad. Sometimes, some of this I did in Grok, and some of the other stuff I did in DaVinci, which actually wasn't all that bad. So let me see here.
You
Let
must
me.
have to have a premium account to use video for Grok. Is that correct?
There's like different tiers because you can definitely use it for free, but you only get so many tries, and then they got like a kind of like a basic kind of level, and
seen video.
and then they
I
got
have
like
to
a
try to see if I
premium.
Yeah, I can
Yes.
figure that out.
It's not bad. Here's one that I try to use for a montage. Let me see if I can bring this up here.
No, I wouldn't put any machine guns on the Jeep. Leave the Jeep alone. Just leave it. She has her own. She has her own amazing stuff, I think.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on here.
See, you're doing so many things again.
I know. Okay, hold on a second here. Let me just take it off the stream here for a second here. And okay, let me play Yeah, see, the dog thing is where it messed up. So, because I didn't quite like that. Yeah. And then let me see here. Let me just bring the chat up so I can see what everybody is saying. Maybe no dual 50 caliber machine guns. Tempting.
Yeah, but it would get caught on trees, and I think her weapons are more than enough. I think.
Yeah. There was something I
Because if
wanted
you-
to do. Oh, go ahead.
She's going into villages. I don't think she wants a big army tank or army stuff. Just make it look very subtle and quiet, and and.
Yeah, that's pretty much it because I kind of thought, and you know what? I kind of realized this when I did the prompt for, hey, put her on a plane, like, traveling around the world kind of thing. And then I kind of noticed as she's sitting in the passenger, like in the airplane, it's like, oh, she's still wearing a sword and guns. So how did she get that past security?
It's her own plane. It's her own plane.
It's like
out of her own hangar. So.
Yeah, right. It's like, whatever. I don't care at this point.
Oh, no, it makes sense. Remember, that's underground. She doesn't need clearance. She has special government approval to travel the world to fight these. I'm guessing. So.
Yeah, exactly. Dan the Hell Jog from Greek mythology. Yes. Yeah, this was okay.
Sorry,
Wait a
that
minute.
was such a good view there for a sec. Anyway.
Yeah. This was another screw up because for some odd reason, I don't know why, it just came out apish. It's because it looks like a stupid ape.
Hey,
And-
bravo, brilliant. Let me clap my hands for a sec. There we go.
Yes. It's paused at the right place.
It is.
And
What
it's
is this
like
called? What is this?
well,
called?
okay, because it was supposed to be a prompt that I typed in, because I wanted something to put in from like Greek mythology, right? And
it could be a hairless gorilla, but
yeah, right, because I was trying to get in a cyclops. Yeah. So that's why there's
way
only
off.
yeah, it's like that's why there's only one eye open and the other one is closed and I'm like this looks like a stupid ape for Pete's sake. Like
Yeah,
what
it
the
does.
hell is this? Like this is dumb. So but the beginning of the clip, I could use some of it. So some of it was actually so some of that was used.
no, exactly.
It just like completely and utterly retarded. It's like, so she's throwing kitchen knives, huh? Careful. Says Tree Rock. Let's see, Bill, TNA Wrestling. I think that's part of WWE now. So,
No, it still is its own entity, but
is it really?
Yeah. There's actually a
Ah.
Dark Side of the Ring documentary on it now about Jeff Jarrett and how it was not long story. I haven't watched it yet, but yeah.
Vince, yeah, why? I could be a damn the hell dog from Greek mythology. Yes. You know what? And the teleporting knife. Yeah. I have there is an idea for that. So, believe it or not, that's that's why I made that. Because that will be a character also in this book, and I have a certain plan to introduce that. So,
Oh, and by the way, going back just quickly while I remember, Bill, I never officially competed. I trained at the Heart Camp. I got to meet Stu, God rest him, and the wife, Helen. She passed away since then as well. They both passed. Got to sit down and have a talk with Stu while I was in Calgary in the Heart Camp. I was actually in their mansion up on the hill, a beautiful house. No, the closest I came is when I left early because for a girl, long story, when I got back, she was having somebody else's boy. I'm like, I thought we were going to try to get, no, oh well. So I ended up being a photographer and a booker for a local company, XWA. I booked for them with Ryan Heath and them for about a year and a half. Then I left and I was a photographer for another one, which I was going to be a booker and maybe a co-producer, but then they shut down after 3 shows. So, I'm still trying to get my foot in the door with another local company to maybe do some behind the scenes and stuff. I know some people that know some people, so but yeah, no, I'm too old to do anything now. But back then I was a little smaller. But I mean, I get a picture of me in the Heart Camp actually on the dungeon, which is funny. You look at there's a hole in the ceiling that was put there by Andre the Giant pressing somebody over his head. So. But,
nice.
It was cool. It was cool. I got to meet Stu, and Stu took me in, let me sleep on the actual dungeon floor where some of the greats in our industry trained at one point. So I got to sleep there for a few days. And Smith, the oldest brother, he drove me around. I'm not going to say anything. It was very weird situations. But anyway, it was what it was. And it was an opportunity. I followed my heart for a girl instead, or maybe other extremities. But it's like, whatever.
Let's see. Tree Rock says, my imagination thinks your character hijacked a plane. Yes. Why not?
Well, like I said, I mean, I have a feeling she's going to have her own hangar and everything because she has. They probably have old money, considering they've been doing this for eons, past people trying to get rid of the Nephilim. So maybe it's old money that,
Yeah. No, that's one of the thoughts. So,
yeah.
because you gotta, how should I put it? You gotta kind of, in a weird kind of way, you kind of have to like cover your bases. In a way, like you have to think of these things kind of like in advance, right? So it's like, how, aside from how do you plan a whole entire story out, that's one thing. But it's like, introducing
small nuances, the little
exactly.
intricacies.
Yeah. Introducing like characters and stuff like that. It's like, you have to think of backstories. See, Tree Rock in the chat, he knows because, like I said before, we talked about a few things because he's doing an animation as well, and and he's planning out a story also, and stuff like that. So when you're thinking of all these things, there are other elements that come into it. It's kind of like the Batman scenario, like I kind of like try to put it as, right? So and I'll get to that in a second. This is one thing because somebody mentioned Cerebus in the chat, and I think it was Vince or something that kind of mentioned it. This is originally what I came up with, like I think it was like last year, a couple of years ago, right? Yeah. I kind of wanted to introduce, like in a good anime, like a pet kind of sidekick, right? And so I thought, what would be a good idea? Because this is I don't want this to be like an ordinary pet, so to speak. I don't want it to be like a bird sidekick or a cat or just a dog, right? Because there are plenty of ordinary
I know what you're trying to say. It's a unique.
characters like that, right? Unless, of course, you're a full metal alchemist, and and if especially with dogs, so to speak. And yeah, like Cerebus, like Vince says, yeah, Cerebus is a three-headed dog. Orthrus is a two-headed one. Yeah, I know, right? Here's the thing though, because I'm gonna play on on a little bit of a dumb mistake, right?
Yeah.
Because like I said right here, like Cerebus got not three heads, so I intentionally made this with two heads, forgetting, and I completely forgot about that other part of Greek mythology with Orthrus, like being the two-headed dog, right? But because Cerebus was like pretty prolific in my head, right? So I made a little kind of a quirk for this, right? Where he grows as he finishes or attacks an enemy or a foe, right? So eventually this dog, first of all, is going to get bigger as she's kind of like hanging around as a, as a, I suppose you could say, a puppy pet companion to Alberta, right? But the way I'm going to introduce this dog as, he's going to be in the lab down below, in the, in the the proverbial bat cave, right? So, like in a pet carrier or something like that, right? You'll see this later on in the book as I kind of like plan this whole thing. But this dog, and yeah, I know there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be pointing this out as like, that's not Cerebus. Cerebus has three heads. It's like, yes, I know.
Oh, well.
But this dog is going to be a defect. Okay. So, because Cerberus in Greek mythology, guarded the gates to, on the way to Hades, right? As the myth goes. So, the way the story is going to go anyway, it's obviously, these aren't gods or demigods or anything like that. They're most of these creatures are like genetically experimented on, but this dog happened to be like the the reject runt of the litter kind of thing, if you get what I'm saying, right? And yeah, and if he gets big as his brother, that's pretty big. Exactly, Vince. Thank you. See, you get it. You got it. That's exactly how that's going to go.
Just going back into the world building thing, I mean, you can easily put it together and explain it. Like Grandpa, why does the cabin look more rustic? Because he's hiding. He doesn't want to show everything that's underneath. That's for most of some.
Exactly.
Somebody comes visit, it's an old rustic cabin. Then you have the entrance to the downstairs. It's like a bat cave. But that was accumulated over how many years? And they're
exactly
maybe they're funded by secret services underneath, and that's why it exists. That's why they have the underground hangar to save the world and everything else around it. So it's funded separately. Yep. So, but yeah, it makes sense. You can. It's not. So, and like I said, AI or whatever you want to put, it can be robotic, whatever. The things can drive by themselves, because let's be honest, she's going to be fighting and stuff. So there's ways you can do that. There's always ways you can work that in somehow. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
So then I thought about like coloring this, and damn it, Spain won. Of course it did. Well, no, I'm glad that Spain won. So I kind of fiddled around with a little bit. I know, and then I thought, you know what? Kind of, yeah. So I kind of fiddled around with this a little bit, kind of like coloring it a little, and it's like, I mean, it's neat, but it just doesn't look right. It just something about it just, I don't know. It looked too cute.
As long as I only have one wee-wee, because that'd be too much to clean up after. Like,
well,
one hole
yeah,
and one
exactly.
wee-wee. I don't want extra stuff making an extra mess. It's like, darn you.
That's right. So I started I started playing with AI a little bit,
Yeah.
right? Because I knew what I wanted.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that brain fart,
Mm.
and so I kind of came up with this. I ended up coming up with this, which looks better.
Mm.
This is exactly what I wanted. So, and what's the mark on the forehead? Well, we're just gonna have to find out. So, I can't
Wait
give
and see.
everything
Wait
away.
and see.
Exactly. So, and yeah, Tree Rock, no, I agree with you. Yeah, world building is very time consuming and hard. That's why Hollywood hates doing it. Exactly. God, because they're lazy bastards. So yes. So what I think I'm gonna end up doing with this particular dog is I think after the introduction about like what this whole book is about, because yeah, there's an element where I'm going to get into it where she is disposing of the chupacabra that she's going up against, like kind of like the first part of the story in that one page, because it's like finishing off that one page of like okay, there's a freak dog thing this part, right? So so it's where the story for the first issue is going to end up
That
going
was like a
is
space
that
type dog of Egyptian lore, I'm thinking.
kind of, yeah, because when I was scouring online and I ended up finding pictures of hold on a second here of chupacabra, because I figured I'll start with something simple
Mm.
because I need like a simple cryptid or a certain so to speak basic monster, right, to kind of start off with, right? Because you can't just throw something in like super hard, like Bigfoot or something, right? Because that'd be like too, to me it's like having a tier level kind of thing, right?
No.
You have to work your way up to like like the main bad guy kind of thing, right? So you start looking online. It's like okay, you start finding out like this, for example, was like an artist description of chupacabra, right? So there was that. It's like, okay, so I'll introduce some of those elements into this, because some people describe this as like being on all fours and attacking goats and sucking their blood. And yeah, it sounds disgusting. And then this, some other people described this is also as what they saw, right? So it's kind of like you take this and you take that, and also some of the reports of it's walking on like all fours, you kind of come up with this, but then eventually I'm gonna have it like go on all fours and like really freak her out, and then you kind of go into the story like what the hell did I just see, and what is this all about, which leads up to, well, I'm gonna have to show you. So then you go into the closet and then into the proverbial bat cave, so to speak, right?
I wouldn't call. Sorry, Belle said something about AI. That's not AI girl. That's Alberta. We gotta call her by her proper, beautiful name.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
So
There's different versions of it, but yeah, yeah.
that's right. So and yes, I will. So as she's looking at weird things like like in this lab, and and into like say like the records rooms, and finding out where this hangar is and all that kind of stuff, like there's this like a pet cage, like the mini dog carrier kind of thing that that people carry around with them when they go on vacation and stuff like that, right? And so she notices it, like say on not on a shelf, but like on a table, and she thinks because of the shading or something like that, she thinks it's just a puppy in a carrier, right? And but it looks so cute, and I want to hug the puppy kind of thing, where it ends up leaping out on her, and you know you think it's like squealing for joy, or she is, but it's like, oh my god, it's so ugly, I love it kind of thing, right?
Why do I picture her? As soon as she sees it, she looks like a chibi, and she's like, ah, and the hands are on her cheek, and she's like, just did a big spray red, and she's like so in love with the thing. As soon as she sees it,
Exactly.
she'll look like a little chibi, is so happy.
Exactly. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it, right? It's like, oh my god, you're such a freak. I love you, right? And I'm gonna call you Cerbus, or just it's like, yeah, but it has two heads. It's not three. It's like, I don't care. I'm gonna call you Serb or Sir. I don't know, some sort of shortened.
She's just so chibi-like, and she's so struck in. She just wants to name it something cute, and it's the first thing that came to her mind. She's still learning, maybe. Maybe she was still learning. She didn't know. So she
Exactly.
didn't know it was the two or three heads. She was still a student of the grandpas and learning. So,
Right.
And the grandpa will probably go later on. You'll have to throw it in. Service has three heads. Oh, I didn't know. I don't care. I'm still keeping the name. Something like that.
Yes, exactly. That's pretty much
Yeah.
how I got it like planned out in my head, right?
Yeah.
And because
No,
Grandpa
Vince,
was.
I already took that volunteer, but no, I'm the hump.
There are
Anyway,
two legs. Remember. So, but it's
No, it makes sense. It makes sense.
yeah,
Yeah.
it does, right? Because you get a glimpse into the personality, right? And it can't be serious all the time. There has to be humor added into this, obviously.
It gives her
And
character. She's not just a serious badass. She's just a girl that's like it creates a character.
yeah, to her it's just freak puppy,
Yeah.
you know. And originally, Grandpa was going to be like, well, I kind of want to make, see what's in its DNA, what makes it tick, why it's, just, looks so ordinary or something like that, like kind of like I'm going to experiment on this thing and find out what makes this tick. And it's like, no, you can't do this. This is mine now, and I want it, and I'm going to love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of thing.
I will hug it and squeeze it and call it George.
Exactly, precisely it, right? So this is what I'm doing, like like for example, like with Chupacabra, it's bringing in these freakish modern, or I shouldn't say modern, but these elements of weird things that are out there in the world, and you know making an adventure out of it.
And there's hundreds of different characters in the world history that have been talked about in existence. You can throw in, like I said, Sasquatch, Bigfoot,
Yeah.
the one in Ireland in the water, the Loch Ness monster, the like I said.
Oh yeah.
You have.
I came
so
up with
many-
something for that too.
See, that's the thing. There's so many things you could do. It's endless, in the history of like guessing. I mean, heck, you could throw in vampires in there to an extent. Like where you can just go really down the rabbit hole of so much. So,
Oh, totally,
oh
100%.
yeah.
It's fun. Let's see. This one I put into the trailer because eventually I went to, let's say at the end of the season, so to speak. I want to take a trip to India and put this one out. So because this will be very interesting. That's why I kind of added Kali into the
that
trailer.
Ganushnu or whatever the characters. I don't know what the name of the character is again.
It's Kali.
Okay. What's Nushnu? I forget. The character.
Kalima. Kalima.
But yeah, famous characters in history of different cultures and stuff.
Yeah.
Everybody has their different, and there's hundreds of them. So, oh yeah, you could have this go on forever and ever and ever, and never run out of characters to come up with. So,
Let's see. Trevrock says, yeah, whatever you do, whatever you don't do, use file it away for another project. I use a spreadsheet with tabs to keep track of ideas and world building rules. Yeah, no, you have to do that. You have to do that. Maybe it's like a push me, pull you. There's a head, either end. Yeah, yeah. Since I can't have a leg, I'll just just
You
have
can have an
something
arm.
else.
I'll take something else.
Oh my god. So there was that. What else? There was another thing. I talked to somebody who is of Gaelic origin.
Oh, I like that. I know somebody in my friend in the UK. One of her friends speaks Gaelic, German, like 5 of them. Holy crap. Even speaks Norn, which
You'd
that's
appreciate
an old
this
language
too.
doesn't exist anymore.
Really?
Yeah, yeah,
Dang.
yeah.
What was the one that I was going to bring in? Hold on a second here, because I put it into my cryptid folder because I'm slowly building a cryptid folder. There it is. The mythical.
I can see that. Grandpa have a Rolodex of every monster, sort of like a video game. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not sure
Here,
how.
Alberta, you're taking this one on today. Oh, crap. You know?
That's pretty much it, right?
Oh, Grandpa. What the?
Kappa Conan.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you are familiar with that.
Sounds familiar. I just can't place it right now.
It kind of came across by accident.
Oh.
Look here, Seal Woman. So yeah, because it's
Mermaids.
it's an
It's another
old
one.
Gaelic.
Mermaids. You can use mermaids.
Yeah, it's pretty much along that line. It's
Yeah.
it's about what was it here? You can
Sirens, harpies. Oh my god. It's just endless.
sort of, kind of, exactly right. It's in the Faroe Islands. Okay, they're kind of like the mermaids and the sorts, except these are like seals. They're like seals, according to myth. Seals are like ancient humans who voluntarily sought death in the ocean. And apparently, as the myth go, in the Faroe Islands, like it's an old story. Once a year on the 13th night, they come ashore, shed their skins, and dance as humans, right? And there was an old story that a young farmer who spied on them, basically, stole one of these seal girl skins and forced her to live as his human wife. And eventually they have kids, but she's like really miserable. And the farmer accidentally leaves with her skin locked away during a seal hunt,
They're
right?
called selkies.
Yes.
my
And she
fu-
escapes by taking her skin back, and she takes the kids also, and they disappear into the ocean again, right?
Yeah, believe it or not, my friend who's 26, her younger sister, 22, taught me about selkies. I didn't even know. She actually showed me some songs. I'm like, what's a selkie? And she explained it to me. It's these sort of like beautiful women, and they'll take the fishermen and take them down. Like, oh, I didn't even know about them. And she taught me. I was like, that's cool. So, it's like, well,
It
yeah,
is.
there's so many
It is.
cool legends of different characters out there that are just like, oh, they're like seal-like characters, but they'll hunt. And yeah, no, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. There, I put it in the chat there. So, Kappa Conan. It's like I didn't even know that you know there are so many stories.
Well, here we call them selkies. I think the North American term is Selkie. Selkie. It's Selkie. That's what they're named.
Yeah.
Are. And yeah, no, it's like I said. You could, when you're trying to find out the person releasing these creatures, you're gonna fight forever because there's so many of these characters you got to take out. It's like, when is this gonna stop?
Exactly.
You know? Exactly.
So, yeah, one of the other things, hold on here, I'm going to bring up, oh, yeah, because I was explaining about some of the things on the YouTube channel that I was looking at. And Spidey, how's it going? Good day to you from High River. Speaking of, it's oh yeah, it's 420, isn't it? Oh,
Well, good
nice,
sir.
unbelievable. I should remember that.
Next time I'm doing that,
Here's
I'll be when I buy
another
my
thing.
house. I always said the day I get my house, I'll do that again someday. But until then, I gotta stay away. So
Sweet. Here's another thing. Okay, because I was mentioning this before because of like what I was saying about, like in the Bible where it's saying knowledge, increasing and stuff like that. Because there's one channel I can't immediately think of the name or anything like that, but
what's that?
he was talking
That's
about
alternative.
he was thinking about he was thinking about he was talking about things that were going on in Peru, for example, and this was in the news earlier this year. This is what was filmed under the pyramids of Giza. Earlier this year, or I think it was like late last year, sorry, it might have been late last year, there was an Italian group of scientists, of geologists actually, and I got the video as well, that took, what was it? If I get the term wrong, I apologize, but it was something along the lines of ground penetrating laser radar,
Penetrating.
something like that. Penetrating, you sicko. Anyway, it penetrated 2 kilometers down into the ground. Okay, which in a way, it doesn't sound kind of a lot, but it is kind of a lot in a way. And they looked at the Pyramid of Giza, and what they found under LiDAR. Thank you, Bill. Thank you. That's it. Thank you, Bill. I appreciate it. What they found under the Pyramid of Giza is they found all these columns that were underneath. It was like something like 8 columns that were literally underneath the Pyramid of Giza, with I think something like 3 antechambers underneath, and it looks like there are stairs that go all the way down 2 kilometers underneath the Pyramid of Giza. Nobody knows what's under there. Nobody. But it's beyond human human engineering of that town. Yes, Canadian Spider-Man, yes, 2 kilometers down. Not even Superman
No, they
can
actually have
see
it
through
so
that
that
much.
they can actually do that stuff now. But
Yeah.
now there's been conflicting reports. Antarctica has a pyramid there too. They're saying.
Yep.
Now some people, scientists, no, it's not. I think there's something more to it. There's hidden stuff around the world.
There is.
And it's hidden away. Now, supposedly, and funny you should mention this. I think recently they talked about one of the pyramids. They're going farther than ever gone before. They're going to do that here. It's going to happen soon, and they're going to recover or discover even more. Now, is this a ploy to make us look at other things and forget what's currently going on in the world? Could be. They gotta.
I think it's all
It's all
connected.
connected, yeah. But yeah.
Yep.
No, so.
But here's the other thing, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, but here's the other thing, because there are, like I said before, they got a convention that actually goes on. I believe it's in Montana, called NEFCOM. It's kind of like Nephilim convention, right? But there's this one other guy. God, I'm trying to remember his name, but he's also talking about things that are going on. I believe in Peru, where there have been tunnels literally underneath the mountains that go on for hundreds of miles. Literally hundreds of miles that could not have been made by human hands, because the technology is would be beyond, quote unquote, Stone Age people. Yeah. Yes, exactly, Spidey. Yeah. Machu Picchu, around there. And yeah, and I believe I'm pretty sure, Spidey, you've been around there about the monolithic, well, around the monoliths there,
So,
with the gigantic human, sorry, not human, but these huge places that were built of like phenomenally big, humongous stones. But apparently, the current theory is that that there might be tunnels that actually interlink, like underneath the earth, to places such as like the pyramids of Giza, where you have this that was actually discovered underneath the pyramids that go like 2 kilometers down, and they think it's antediluvian in its age.
I believe there's more
That
to
it
it,
could
though,
be
Spike.
like also
I believe
pre-flood.
it's more because
Yeah.
this is way before. Look at the size of the blocks, Gary. Look at the size of this and that, and I don't know. There's so many things that were done. I believe there's alternative forces at play there too. And let's be honest. We go back to the beginning of society. The Mayans were more
Yeah.
advanced at further time than any people believe. And here in South America, like the stuff that went on there, and you can't even go into some parts of South America. It's like forbidden. Like they say it's bad and why? Why? Because there's things. I believe there's things down there in South America we're not supposed to know about. So, yeah.
Yep. And yes, Vince, that's exactly what synthetic aperture radar.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's. Thank you. And yeah, like the Easter Island heads. Yeah, because I mean, there are. I need to word this right. I have to word this right. There are monolithic structures that couldn't have been possibly have been made by human
No,
hands. And however, Spidey, don't get me wrong, I do agree with you that yes, people can do like amazing things, incredible things. But when there are stone structures where the literal stones themselves, like you couldn't even budge with modern
No.
engineering,
So,
you got to think there's something more that's going on than just quote unquote, Stone Age people that cut this with Stone Age tools, so to speak, right? There's something else that's going on. And I knew a girl with humongous antediluvians. Jeez. Somehow I knew that comment was coming. And yes, I loved exploring Peru and Ecuador all over the Galapagos too. You can talk your way into places and bribe people with alcohol. This, I believe, 100%. Yes. So, and no, the size weight is not the issue when you have 10,000
yeah,
plus
but then you're
workers or
looking
slaves.
at what
Well,
can carry it, what kind of machines can carry it, what kind of, like it's just some of it just seems beyond. Did giants exist back then? Was there more higher end technology on our planet? Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah.
Some people
See-
some people say Atlantis existed, which was highly advanced. Maybe it was alien technology.
Yeah.
Who knows? So I mean, people don't. I believe there was more to this planet back than we realized there was.
I mean, Plato learned of Atlantis from the Egyptian
Yeah.
priests that talked about it. There was something else that's going on. Look. Let's put it this way, okay? Let's put it this way. We all know on this channel, right? Vince, Bill, Spidey, like all of you that have been watching, we all know that the government doesn't exactly tell the people everything, okay? And we all know that history is written by the winners, of course, right? Let's just say, okay, a few years ago, like that was also on the History Channel. There was a show about looking for giants, and for some odd reason, it didn't go longer than a season. And it's been well reported, like for decades now, that the Smithsonian have taken the evidence of certain things
Dude, I'm going to say it again. I said it earlier.
that
I think
are
the
unnatural.
Dead Sea Scrolls probably explains a lot that we shouldn't know about.
Sentient link.
Exactly. Yeah.
Not-
Okay.
not
Thanks.
A link. It's called Darren.
And-
Darren Kuyu.
And Canadian Spider-Man, worst cardinal sin when you need them. Well, yeah. See, exactly, Spidey. See, and when Gil was alive, even I talked to him about this concept of this manga that I want to produce, right? And yeah, you know what? And he even corrected me on the speech of Nephilim, so because I said Nephilim, and
Most people
I
call it
remember
that.
him
If
accosting
you
me
go
for
into
that. But
the
you know
caves
what?
of Diablo, they're Nephilim. That's what people have said. So, yeah.
Yeah. And Bill, yeah, exactly. And we've only explored a small percentage of the oceans. Precisely. There are things, look, our government knows. We know that our governments all over the world cover things up. And that they love to keep us in dark about a lot of other things. And you know what? And this goes for history too. When you can control history and control narratives, well, then you only feel that. Well, no, you only feed the populace so much to control a certain type of narrative.
Well, think about it. In 100
Right.
years from now, if they ever lose, they'll
You know,
say,
most
"Oh,
of
the
you,
Greeks
like,
were
I met
black and
the-
so with the Odyssey, they'll watch the Odyssey and say that was Greek culture.
Well, yeah, exactly what we were talking about now, right?
Yeah,
or
yeah.
or like what Will Smith and his wife tried to do, like what was it? What was it like? Who was it? Like Cleopatra was black or whatever the heck was.
Cleopatra.
Look, the
She was black. No, she wasn't.
point is, we're not being told everything. I think the same thing is going on here as well.
Oh yeah.
You know, we love to believe that we are the masters of our own domain, and to a certain degree, in a way, I kind of agree with that.
Thought you were gonna say, we're
But
the
there
masters
are
of the
other
universe.
things.
We have the power. No, anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I have the power. No, but I think that there are other things where we have absolutely no
yeah,
idea of what we're getting into. Okay. Yes, sure, something to me. Okay, you're referring to the ancient underground city of Derinkuyu in the Cappadocia region of Turkey. I was kind of referring to the one in South America too.
That's just.
Oh, extending 85 meters, 280 feet below the earth. This 18-level subterranean complex was the largest excavated. Oh, that one. Yeah, I remember reading about that on someone's or seeing that on YouTube. Yeah, it was the largest excavated underground city in the world that could hold up to 20,000 people, along with their livestock and food supplies. Yeah, there was like an interesting thing in Turkey that was pretty cool. I have a comic book idea for modern times: Land Whale and Sour Sloth Girl. The super lesbian
Totally. What was
couple.
said there?
Oh
I'm
my
just gonna.
God.
I follow a girl. Her name is Norley, aka Itchy Boot. She travels the world on a motorbike. She's in her mid to late 30s now. She used to be a geologist, and she goes to parts of the world some people don't see. Some of those irrigation things of like how water runs around, it
Yeah.
sets the plants, it feeds, but yet it's so advanced. But yet some of those practices are thousands of years old. But you don't see
Yeah.
it in North America. We have to do this mega. Like, no, why don't we go back to some of these old irrigations because it's too self-sufficient. It's too because again control. So some of these old style, the Amish have it perfect. The old world still does it, where society isn't in. Some of these old techniques of how to irrigate the land and how to feed people and how to keep your water flowing on a natural resource, it still can be easily done. Ever notice? Sorry, I'm going to say this. Never notice in parts of the state you're not allowed to collect rainwater. Why? You can easily filter it and drink it. Can't collect it because they want control. Anyway, sorry.
No. That's all good. There's something else I gotta find the proper pictures for it. But Spidey and Vince, I'm either gonna have to find it. If not today, I will. Please, somebody remind me to find it for next weekend, because medically speaking, it shouldn't. It shouldn't. It shouldn't exist, but it does. But what I'm talking about is the elongated heads in South America. And like, we've all heard about, the head binding that the what was it, the Incans or the Mayans would do, like way back when, kind of like the crystal skull kind of thing, right? Like with Indiana Jones kind of thing. For someone to on here with
Yeah,
my
I believe, and then
YouTube
we
and
talk
X.
about the Bermuda Triangle. I always said Bermuda Triangle is technically a government agency. A lot of people conspiracy. Why are people not allowed to go there? They say it's to poles and ships sink. I believe, there's probably a lot of that's probably your underground section right there. This government ability, they're hiding that.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's not hard to do. So yeah.
No, pretty much. It's there's a lot of really freaky things going on in the world, and a lot of things that we're not told. And I refuse to see Crystal Skull. Okay, you know what? To be fair, Spidey, it's better than the last Indiana Jones movie. That
Actually,
Dial
they
of
all were
Destiny
fine. I
crap.
like them all, but the last, forget the last, watch the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crystal Skull, yes, I will agree. Could have been a bit better, sure. But it wasn't Dial of Destiny bad.
No.
So, and Spidey says, yeah, who says we can't go to the Bermuda Triangle? Well, exactly. There are too many bizarre things that go on in this world that are not looked at a lot. And if they're looked at, then the quote mainstream scientific goombas out there say it's either bad science or dial of dementia, exactly. Like they either say it's bad science or the samples were contaminated or they weren't doing it properly or they use up any kind of excuse, yada yada
Think
yada.
about it right now.
Okay.
People are droned out by cell phones. They've won. They have
Yep.
people just aren't questioning anything anymore because we're just going to look at what's next on our thing, what's next to be mad about, what's next to see. People, for the most part, the majority of people are droned out now. They don't question anything. They just accept it. You can't do that. That okay. You can't do that. That okay. And they're just stuck in their phones. I see it all the time. I'm like, oh wow.
Yep. Here in Alberta, I'm going to tell you this because I never would have thought of it until I looked a little bit more and more into it. There's a guy on YouTube, Spidey. Actually, you might like this because being Canadian and all that. I have a sailboat. Now I want to go looking for a sponsor. Canadians comic. Let's do it, man. Bermuda Triangle. Let's do it, man. I have no problems going in
Actually,
there,
I
even
still
if
want to
something
do
were
the
to
thing
happen.
Steve had an idea. Me, you, Spidey, and Steve. It's like it
Yes.
has to be done. We'll try
Cross-
North America, Canada, and North America. Just film it. Oh, that just
Let's do it. There's a guy on YouTube called Hammerson Peters. He's Canadian. I'm not sure if he lives in Alberta or BC, but he goes a lot into a lot of stories, especially native stories of kind of like cryptid stuff. Really, 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 really interesting tales. And what I found out also is that here in Alberta, and Spidey, you know what? You might find this kind of interesting as well. There is they call it the Albertan Stonehenge, and it's in southern Alberta. And it's basically a wheel. It's a stone wheel, but it goes out for I think about maybe out 20 kilometers Yeah, no problem, Tom. All good. It extends about maybe 20 kilometers out. And they say that this Stonehenge of sorts is even older than what's it called again? Gobelde Tekke, or that old super old city that they found out, what was it, around Turkey or something like that. Older than this, and massive stones have been put down there. And apparently, in this province, there are a few essentially monolithic sites. There's one in northern Alberta where it seems like these massive stones, humongously massive stones, have been placed in such a way that it definitely wasn't natives that did it, but it was placed in such a way that it almost looks like a roadway, and it's on somebody's property. Currently, right now, it's on their ranch in northern Alberta. It's quite interesting. There's another place in southern Alberta where there are a bunch of hoodoos that are there also, that have been made by a native nation that doesn't even exist anymore. It predates every native nation in Alberta, and nobody knows who drew it. And apparently, these go back like thousands of years. So, and to this day, nobody knows who drew them. So, even Canada has its own mysteries here and there. I know there's one place in Montana where there are monolithic stones that are essentially like a humongous wall, to the point where you can't even fit a piece of paper in between them. They're that fitted with like laser precision. So, yeah, Göbekli Tepe in Turkey. Yes. Stop being freaking interesting. I got shit to do, says Cam Cam. No, I can't. Cam Cam. This is the whole reason for this manga. This is the whole reason why this story has been stuck in my head for 3 years. This is the reason why and I got to get back to Hungry Boy, because I got to make sure he's okay, because I miss the guy. About learning how to storytell and stuff like that. And this is why for decades my nose has been into stuff like this, because I know without a shadow of a doubt that the world is just not black and white, that things have been hidden from us, from the public view, because a certain cabal of people don't want us to know certain things. It's like, whether you believe in the Bible or not, whether you think evolution is the way to go, or whatever. I'm not going to judge anyone on that. It's like your own decision to make. That's fine. But when you hear of things that science can't explain, or science just happens to omit, or stories get out from people of saying, certain people showed up and they confiscated everything that we had, you have to ask yourself why. And if certain sites on this planet are tens of thousands of years old, and we were just coming out of like mud huts and whatever, and I'm saying that obviously a bit loosely, then you gotta ask yourself, well, then who made them? If it's too advanced for like your primitive human people to make, somebody else must have made them. And who are they, those somebody else's? Because obviously those somebody else's knew something. They knew about engineering. They knew about mathematics. They knew about how to move big ass shit that, couldn't have been just, tens of thousands of slaves or
Big ass
something like
shit.
that. Make it pulling crap across extremely difficult terrains that would have taken massive engineering by machinery that we have in our day and time now that would have made it even more difficult, you know? This is the stuff that I'm talking about. I blame the Foot Clans as Canadian Spider-Man. And Cam, yeah, the Wendigo is Canadian and American First Nations Algonquin Bigfoot forest spirit. Yeah, yeah, Wendigo. It's a cannibalistic evil spirit. So told by, and it seems to be very common among all the First Nation people in Canada and America. So it's a very evil spirit that when it gets into somebody, according to depending what tribe you're talking to, you know, will make somebody ravenously hungry to the point of cannibalism, and it's a very malignant spirit that can enter someone. So, Spidey says, convenient excuse to commit horrendous crimes and get away with it by taking advantage of superstitious and naive people. The Wendigos, in my opinion. Well, I it's weird. Yeah, maybe Stargate movie and series was a documentary. You never know. So, I just think there's more going on in on this world than what they're letting on about. You know. Oh,
I'm gonna give my take. People can laugh at me all they want. I believed in this. I believed in this since I was a kid. Think about it. We how many years ago have we discovered dinosaurs? It was like over 100 years ago or so, correct?
Yeah.
Roughly we found them.
Definitely.
In history, we look at history. Thousands of years ago, they drew dragons. Dragons were drawn.
Yeah.
I believe dragons were real. I really do. I believe they were part, because if you look at the way dinosaur bones put together, if you really look at it, you can put together a few different types of dinosaurs and it looks like a dragon. Perfectly. I believe they were existent on our planet.
Yep.
It's just that people don't want to admit to that there was flying Tyrannosaurus Rexes. No, they believe they were real. Because the fact that they were drawn long before we ever discovered dinosaur bones just seems weird. I've questioned that many times. So.
Yeah, no, I totally believe that. Because you know what? Let me show you. Let me show you, my dear friend. What about, because I know, and damn you, Google, because I know you're gonna make because I know somewhere's in East Asia. Because I've literally seen pictures of this. Hold on here.
Yeah, and
Maybe
it's
we're gonna have
worldwide.
to.
Yes, there was different types of dragons in history. I used to study dragons religiously. I've done whole things. You got the Asian dragon, which is a lot slimmer, more
Gotcha.
wise, and then you got the North American dragons, which are not North American, the European dragons, which are more beastly, and there's always different styles of dragons. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let me show you guys something. Because today we're gonna make it educational, somewhat, but in a fun way. In India, there is a temple, okay, that's going on. You cannot deny this, okay, because it's going to show you that literally have dinosaur carvings on it. Okay, you take a look at something like this. Let's see here. Yeah, one artifact that was found in kind of like an airplane. Yes, Bill, I know exactly which one you're talking about too. I wonder if I can move this chat to the other side of the. Yes, I can. Look at that. That's amazing. This here looks like a
Stegosaurus?
looks like a Stegosaurus. It does. It does. Let's take a look at another one right here. Okay, yeah, because this one is found in India. That is correct. So yeah, Stegosaurus. On this one, let me try to bring up another one. Yeah, so you know what? Don't tell me that, these are millions and millions of years ago. Well, that's clearly a camel. Come
Yeah.
on. Let's see. So Stegosaurus. I thought there was another one like Triceratops that was in one of these. It's like really, really
Why does
interesting.
that look like
So
the Lennox penguin at
there's
the bottom?
it kind of does,
The
isn't
Lennox
it? Though.
penguin. Lennox
So
invented. See, even before
you know.
Windows, we had Linux.
Yeah. Top prom pen old Brahma. So it's said to be God of wisdom. Yeah, see, there's like you can't deny stuff like this. Yeah, okay, that other one was a camel spidey, yes. But this, come on. If you look at this, like Stegosaurus, dude. What was another one? There was another one.
What?
Indian Zoo that dinosaurs thousands of years ago. Yep, there was that. Yeah, and also like what Tom mentioned, there was another one I want to bring up. There was a guy, a Shakshi camel. That's right. There was another one. That there was a guy on my Facebook list, Trey Smith. He's been doing videos for like ages. But reducing something complex to unexplained because the ancient primitives didn't have tools or knowledge is about something is lazy. Silent Temple is yeah, it is. It is fascinating. There was one guy, yeah, Trey Smith. He lives in America, and he took video of an Indian painting that was on rock that a friend told him about. He has this on video. I'm gonna try to find it for you guys, but and he didn't dare tell anybody about this because there are people out there that will literally destroy this kind of stuff because again it's about a certain narrative that they need to
Control.
that they need to control exactly. And on this Indian painting there were I believe I'm pretty sure it was like sauropods or what was it? It was either
By the way,
sauropod or it
let's
was more
just say
like
this right now.
something
Let's
something
say
like
that
a T-Rex
for
or
all the
something like
information
that.
We're giving
Yeah.
out, if me and you go missing in the next week, we know what's real. So there.
Oh yeah, no, totally, 100%. So, yeah,
Hire me, overlords. I will help make people dumb.
I'm. Oh my God. Some even say that the moon landing, that the moon was brought here, but that's getting into
I
really
believe in the moon
deep
landing. I do. I'm sorry,
into
people.
theory.
There's too many things. I do believe the moon landing happened. People.
I don't know about that. I'm still kind of like on the fence about
I
that.
do. It's just,
So,
I mean, why haven't we gone there since? Stupidity? I don't know. Maybe there's something on there we're not supposed to know. I believe there's, I believe
that could
there's
be.
offices on the moon that they probably plan everything around the Earth. It's like you can monitor the Earth from there.
I would like to believe stupidity.
Shit.
So, because that would explain a
Would,
lot.
100%.
So, but then again, if you think about it, because remember years ago, this is like back in the 90s, there was a magazine that was out. It was called God, I'm trying to think what it was called. Was it X Factor or something like that? It was like a in a way it was kind of like an X Files kind of magazine and stuff like that. And one of the things that they got into was like the moon landing and about how the light, like the shadow that was like say with like the lunar lander and the flag and stuff like that were like in a totally different direction as opposed to other objects that were in picture that were like, and their shadows were going like in another different direction, and how some of the crosshairs in some of the photos were actually behind objects partially instead of where they should have been, like in front of objects. Like, kind of weird.
Look at Iron Sky.
Kind of weird.
That's a funny movie. If anybody has a chance to watch it, it's the Germans lose the war, so they go to the moon to start over again.
Well, Spidey. Okay. First of all, about the natives coming across dinosaur bones. It's like, yeah, but you know what? If you think about it, then those bones should have technically been, underground a lot. So, according to the strata that they're generally found in. So, how does that make sense then? So, you know,
I believe we went, and just like I believe the Earth is actually round, and it's like, yeah, gosh, stop.
I mean, I'm not saying we didn't.
We had the
I'm just saying
pictures
I'm on
from
the
the
fence
moon
about
of the
it,
Earth.
so.
It's like, look at it right there. It's like, it's like long.
Well, yeah, no, I get that, yeah.
I believe we were, and
True.
But like you said, they want us to think North America can't do that. Yes, we can do so many things. Look at what we've done. I believe we've. It's like yeah. Iron Sky is. If you haven't seen Iron Sky, it's kind of like an action film but comedy of the Germans go to the moon and they try to start over again, and it's really fun. Iron Sky, 2012,
Yeah.
and there was a part 2. It's kind of comedy, but it's a funny film about the Germans live on the moon to attack us again. It's like, oh yeah.
You know what? I've still yet to read that or see
Oh,
that.
it's
Read
good.
it.
It's awesome. It's a little bit of comedy, hot girls, but yeah, it's fun.
Let's see. I'm pretty sure I found the video. Hold on a second here. Hold on a second, because it is very, very. It's very, very interesting. So
I would never use Google
but
per
anyway.
se. If you get a chance, there's actually a site
No.
called Free Spoke. It's freespoke.com. It's better than Google, and it's more. It'll show everything and anything. It's called Free Spoke. It's a much better search engine. So yeah.
Let's see here. Oh yeah, there was another thing that I remember also reading, something about even in Armenia, but I can't quite remember exactly what it was though. So,
Wow, this whole droid
and then
thing
you got to kind of wonder.
we went deep in this one.
It
You haven't
did-
even tried.
I know, right?
Wow.
And and then you got to wonder why stuff like, for example, like the swastika, why that's worldwide. And I'm not talking about the Nazi one, okay? I'm talking about the
Didn't
other
it used to
one.
mean a peace? Wasn't it a peace symbol at first? A Hindu.
Well,
peace symbol?
it's claimed to mean good fortune. Like, and it's supposed to, from my understanding, supposed to have originated out of India. Apparently, that's why you kind of like find that on a lot of Buddhist temples, on on the Buddha and stuff like that. So interesting stuff. So, but yeah, but yes. Anyway, we have taken a severe left turn here. So, yeah, and then there was a movie, Capricorn 1. Yes, Bill, that was actually a really good movie. I saw that a few months ago. So, where apparently the government was, trying to hunt down the 3 quote unquote astronauts, and apparently some were saying it was like a true story. Really interesting though. So, but anyway, yeah, sometimes bones are found on the surface when blown. No, I get that, Spidey. I totally get that. I do understand that obviously does happen. So,
I believe there's more to it though. They're not saying so. We know.
definitely 100%. Plus, on top of that, you should read the Adventures of Wild Bill Cody, and his time with the native Indians, I forget exactly what particular tribe, but also what what he was told, like the stories they would tell him, and also the stories of giants also that they tell Wild Bill Cody. And also he was witness to a lot of these bones that he was shown by these natives as well. And that's why also this is where the whole Hollywood thing comes into play, because like in old westerns, you would see that you know that the Indians would hold up their hand and they'd go how, you know, that old trope, you know, from like old westerns. There was a reason why they did that in real life, okay? Because those giants that the natives told Wild Bill Hiccup, Wild Bill Cody, when he spent his time with the Indians, they would tell him about the what they would call the Star People, and that these people had red hair, and they would have six fingers on each hand and six toes, and they would run at full tilt beside a herd of buffalo, and literally grab him by the leg and rip it off, while or scooping up a buffalo and holding it like underneath their arm and running at full tilt. And there are certain national parks in America where only the tourists can go to. And yeah, bloody gingers, I tell you, right, Vince? That's why I made mine a redhead. No, but like with the Pueblo Indians, there are certain places on that site that you are not allowed to go into. You know, especially when it gets into some caves and stuff like that, and you got to wonder why. You know, why did certain tribes just seem to up and vanish without a trace? You got to wonder why, right? You know, yeah, you can chalk it up with, you know, warring Indian nations that, you know, would wipe out each other and stuff like that. Sure, that did happen. Yeah, totally. 100%. You know, but you also got to look into certain things like why, you know, like going through the Grand Canyon, why you're not allowed to go through certain areas, you know, going down the river, going down the Grand Canyon. There are certain places that are totally 100% restricted. Why? You know, and some people have reported, you know, caves in there where apparently over 100 years ago, there were hieroglyphics found of certain ancient cultures that have been found in there. You know, look up stuff like the Kandahar giant that was found in Afghanistan, stuff like that. There are freaky things that are going out there, and a lot of things that we're not told or that they don't want to tell you. And I know this all sounds very conspiracy theorist, you know, and yeah, it's some of the stuff that Gil would talk about on his show, but you know, but Gil was right, especially with some of the guests that he had on there, you know. So, and don't look at my basement. No problem. So, but anyway, look, guys. You know, we did a lot of doodling. We did a lot of, we did a lot of talking. 5 hours, and yeah, it was a good talk. It was a good show. It was great. And having Tom. And I know we talked about a lot of different stuff. Yeah, Canada's under Bill C9 and pretty soon C22.
Yeah, they're listening.
We don't have freedom of speech
To my
anymore.
master,
Yeah, they're
to my
listening.
Master overlords, hail Hydra. I will work for you. No, anyway.
Exactly. Yeah, Bill, you heard about that cable I'm talking about? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the Y files. Yeah, they get into it too. Save. Yes, I will save, Vince. Thank you. Yes. Yes, master. I will save right now. And I will also put it in 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 a JPEG format. Also so I can
And
So
don't
I
forget,
can
later on, he's
put
going to be
online
sharing
later.
that video, so don't forget to share it to everybody else. Get the word out on that video, which is going to be released probably, what, today,
That's right.
would you say? You're going to get it out there?
I'm going to, yes, I'm going to upload it today. I'm going to upload it on YouTube. I'm going to put it on Facebook, and I'm going to put it on X. So again, you know, if you see it there, just
Share
try to
away.
plug it as hard as humanly possible and share it like the bad gas of diarrhea that comes out after Taco Tuesday. So,
Ew.
um,
What a reference.
share that love.
So, and as for everybody over on X, speaking of X, we have 20 people watching now. Don't forget to come over to the YouTubes and give it a like, share, subscribe as well to build the channel up as well, if you guys don't mind, and most appreciate it. And yeah, share it to everybody
Yep.
else, and yeah, show the love.
Exactly. That'd be much appreciated. Oh, now it actually shows on X. That's kind of weird. I'm glad for that. Yeah, thank you everybody over on X. I greatly appreciate you guys watching as well. And yeah, Bill, Vince, Cam, Spidey, you know, all of you guys that popped in, stuck around, and listening to the ramblings of crazy people on YouTube, sharing their crazy view on life. Or is it crazy? We don't know. No, thank you very much for joining in and for watching the trailer and all that kind of stuff. And that's right, it's huge, it's amazing, it's great. And Bill, okay guys, bye. Q Benjamin, party on, dudes. Exactly. So yeah, thank you all for another huge circles kind of day. Tom, you got anything planned?
Not to my knowledge.
No, he doesn't.
I
Okay.
just finished last weekend editing my film, and Jason got me the final copy. Now I got to sign up to a website before you can do festivals. I got to do that here in a bit, and then tomorrow my friend will give me a waiver, even though I'm a little late. Hopefully I can get back into it still. We'll see, and then I can get this into it. And then I got to get working on my photos. Now that the film's done, it's time to get the website up, start selling prints, my book, everything. I gotta make money because I'm going to the UK in October. If it kills me, I don't care. I have to. So, you know.
There we go. Oh yeah, that's right. I probably should have played this.
So, that's it for today. You want more?
No, maybe not.
Then come back next week.
No, maybe I will.
Later.
Later. Walking away. What a good visual. I clap my hands.
I know.
Other things I want to clap. Anyway.
I said come back next week.
No, I want to follow you down the alleyway. Anyway.
How dare you? That's right. You lost little puppies, you. So, anywho, yeah. So let's see what else is going on. Titillating Tuesday is you know, just titillating enough. Same old that we're going to be doing. Which is yeah, reporting the news, all the stupid news, all that kind of stuff. This Thursday on yeah, CRC's Sci-Fi Kung Fu Movie Mania of Cheesiness. Yeah, we'll be playing a kung fu movie this time. What's it gonna be? I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Oh, I have it for you already.
Oh yeah,
I'll
that's
send it
right.
to you when I
That's
can
right.
release I'll send you the thing. You can choose the poster and yada yada.
Yes.
It's a combination of sci-fi and kung fu, actually. So.
Perfect.
Yes.
See, that's even better.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to tell everybody, that's even better.
I forget the name of it now.
Even better than what he said. Well, then, either way, you're going to
Actually,
find out.
there's two.
All
There's
of you
two I
guys
got
that are watching.
look,- that's- but- There's another one called Kung Fu Zombie. So that I don't know if you heard of that one. That's, there's another one called Kung Fu Zombie. So that I don't know if you heard of that one. That's supposed to be really awesome. and I got that one also. So it's like Kung Fu Zombie and the other one.
Oh.
So and they're all.
How could you go wrong with a name like Kung Fu
Oh yeah,
Zombie?
no, I totally,
mean, come on.
totally, yeah, and they're all the free type thingies. So.
Excellent. And yes, Vince, you can be that clasp. On Saturday on Mike's Movie Matinee, we're going to be closing out Americana month of July with the last Americana-ish movie with the Arizona Kid, which is going to be pretty good. So I think you guys might enjoy it. And yes, science fu, kung fiction. Ooh, I kind of like that play on words. I might have to use that. Science fu kung fiction. Could make that work. Kung fiction, science fu? Yeah, whatever. We'll work on that. Yeah, so the Arizona Kid on Mike's Movie Matinee. And then, yeah, obviously back around the horn for Huge Circles. Gonna have fun. Gonna doodle some more. We're gonna have talks like this and more.
If we're still alive,
and
a government.
if we're still alive.
Might attack us.
Exactly. So we'll tentatively be online. If our Nazi communist Canadian government allows us to be online, if we haven't sent anything naughty by then, and we'll hope for the best for this Tuesday. So that's what we will tentatively do. I prefer the Comic Relief Crusader. That's right. So that's why you're here, folks. So anyway, from me and Tom, we will close out, and we'll show the video again, and we will see you guys on Tuesday. So to all of you out there, like Thomas wanted to sing, and I will steal right now, Hail Hydra.
I said earlier.
See you guys.
夜の波が声を消しても胸の奥で明かりは消えない